Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Ski.
Yes, sir. Ski.
We are back live from my mouths to your ears. Another episode of Guess from the Stands. It's your boy 091.
It's your boy Big Mike in here. What's happening, people?
It's your boy Mo. How you guys doing?
What's good,
Good,
brother?
man. Happy Jordan 1 day, everybody.
Why is it? I wanted to ask you that because I seen you tweeted that. Why is it Jordan one day?
Well, the Air Jordan 1 released on April 1st, 1985.
Uh, hey man, salute to
The
that.
Chicago colorway. Hey, happy Jordan 1 day, everybody.
From Air Max Day to Jordan one day.
To Jordan 1 day.
They didn't
What
get
are
the
you gonna
memo.
Hey, I don't think Nike got the memo either because I'm very disappointed in that. But whatever, man. What I'm also interested in, and not that anybody really cares about on court shoes, but I'm just shocked we haven't seen the 40 as of yet. Maybe we'll see it in the next couple of days. Next couple of weeks, but I'm really shocked we haven't seen the 40 yet.
The 40 comes out when the new season drops.
Yeah. I don't know if everybody's just so caught up in retros that
This shit better be hard though. It's 40.
it's the 40. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
You know what I'm saying? Like the 30,
No.
the 30 was a nice silhouette.
Yeah.
20 was different, you know.
Mm-hmm. The 10,
So,
yeah. What I don't want to see is them do that whole inspired by whatever Air Jordan was 30 years prior or whatever. Like, let it have its own identity.
Oh, it's coming.
Yeah, I'm sure it is. I'm sure it is.
I don't know, bro. Nowadays, bro, like I'm not trying to see no shoe inspired by the Cybertruck. You know what
I
I'm saying?
still can't tell you what Devin Booker's shoe actually is. Like, because every colorway has been inspired by something else.
No, it's a multi-purpose shoe.
Yeah, I don't want shatter backboard Jordan 4. I'm cool.
Oh yeah, I get you. Yeah, I get you. Yeah.
I actually like Devin Booker's shoe, like what it represent, because it has no identity.
Yeah, it's not a bad shoe. It's just
almost like a lifestyle shoe. It gave me SB vibes, low key.
It does. Yeah, it definitely gives me SB vibes. I
agree. But it also matches Devin Booker in his style. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And who he is.
You saw he getting the Chevrolet collab?
I saw that. Yeah.
That fits him. That fits him.
He got a stupid car collection too, though.
Oh, ridiculous! A ridiculous one. You saw he got that '96 Impala with like 80 miles on it.
Yeah, I saw a couple of those.
Yeah.
Hey, it's crazy though. I'm not sure if I ever told you this, but remember I went to remember my lady flew me out to oh man,
my lady fellas getting flown out.
Yeah, shout out to fellas getting flown out.
Anyway, man.
Yeah,
remember we had went to Phoenix for my birthday a couple years back,
right?
And there's the cat I went to high school with, bro. I hadn't seen him since high school, pretty much since like 07, 08.
Mm-hmm.
And he saw me on Instagram. He was like, "Bro, you in Phoenix?" I'm like, "Yeah, what's up?" He like, "Bro, I live in Phoenix. Let's link up." Long story short, Devin Booker is his neighbor.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
That was hella crazy.
That's crazy. But Phoenix is a nice area. I want to go to Phoenix and Scottsdale, bro.
Nah, Phoenix is beautiful, bro.
Yeah, I want to go.
It's beautiful.
I do want to go. Shout out to B-Dot. Who's in the Final Four again? The Duke Blue Devils are. When's the last time all 4 number 1 seeds made it?
They put that up the other day. I think it's like the second time ever.
Probably when Rayful Edmond was a free man.
When he was an alive man.
Yeah. That's true. 2008 is the last time. So the Derrick Rose year. Oh yeah, they were all number 1 seeds.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Right. Yep. Yeah, the Derrick Rose championship or Kansas.
No, not Kansas championship.
Yeah, the Derrick Rose
Memphis squad.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
man. Steph Curry. We got.
Can y'all remember all 4 squads?
Yes. Memphis, Kansas, UNC, and Michigan State. I want to say it was.
I don't think Michigan State was.
Yeah, because I'm actually not feeling comfortable about that.
Yeah,
I
that would
know
have been.
first round. Who did
I know it wasn't Florida.
because everybody
Nah,
left.
that was after. Yeah,
Yeah,
they had
everybody
left
left.
then. Oh
Shoot, I want
eight.
to find. Mm.
Could have been UCLA.
No,
Nah, they got no,
K Love was gone. Kevin Love was gone. It might actually no, it was.
UCLA.
Yeah.
Okay,
So it was Kansas, Memphis, UCLA, and North Carolina.
gotcha. Come
Yeah,
and it
on,
with
man.
wasn't
Westbrook,
San,
Westbrook and Darren Collison.
Come on, man. Stop playing with me, man.
Mm-hmm.
and it wasn't San Antonio.
Yes, it was. B says all number one seeds tell me Stephen A is an idiot and he don't watch the product. Yes.
What
That
did he say?
that what he picked every one of them to lose before. No, he picked St. John's to go to the Final Four. And
But you know Stephen A, bro. He's a homer, bro.
yeah,
No, he's not.
to
All that picking St. John's to win, bro. That was definitely a homer choice.
He don't watch college basketball.
No, that's for sure. That's for sure. Stephen A
But
don't watch a lot of things, but this ain't about Stephen A.
yeah,
yeah.
it's not. But speaking of Stephen A, let's get into a
Oh man.
conversation that happened. Now, no, look, there's something from the conversation I want to ask you. Not all the salacious shit. But it's directly relates to college basketball. So obviously, Pat McAfee hosted LeBron James this past week, and LeBron
Yeah.
said something that was very outside of everything because I watched the whole shit, and I know y'all watched the whole shit too. LeBron said there was something very poignant to me. He said in the midst of March Madness, he said that he does not watch college basketball because the game is just the flow of the game is not up to his liking. He doesn't like the two halves. He doesn't like the 30 seconds of having the ball per possession. He doesn't like the five fouls. And there's just certain things about the game intricately that he just does not care for that brand of basketball. One that tells me that for sure, if LeBron did go to school, he was going to be a one and done, just off of the way he plays basketball, off the bat. But what are y'all? Not necessarily of the timing he said it, but what are y'all thoughts on LeBron's viewpoint on the game of college basketball?
One, we know LeBron be capping for one. Two, he bring up some valid points though. Like, why is this the only league that has two halves? You know what I'm saying? And then you're also preparing some of these guys. I mean, of course, only about 5% of them going to make it to the league, if that. Not even 5%. Maybe 1 or 2% of college basketball players actually play in the NBA, play one game in the NBA. So, granted, you're not necessarily preparing them for the next league. You know what I'm saying, for the big leagues, but it just makes no sense that you play 4 quarters your entire life, and then when you get to college, it's two halves.
Right.
That's dumb. And even the 30-second shot clock, like, nah, let's tailor it to, like, I don't think basketball should have different rules and
Rules.
regulations. You know what I'm saying?
I
Like
agree.
the time difference between amateur to pro, I get that. We're not having no 12-minute high school and middle school games. You know what I'm saying? So I get that. But come on, bro. This is college basketball. Let's 24 second shot clock. You know what I'm saying? Like 4 quarters. Even if you do 10 minutes, bro. I mean, yeah, of course, do 10-minute quarters just like the girls do. I mean, it shit makes no sense. But I agree with him with that. But to say that you don't watch it in March when you arguably getting the most entertaining, probably the best basketball of the year, like, all right, get out of here, bro.
Terrible timing. Terrible timing.
Yeah.
Mo, what about you?
I get his sentiment, and I kind of do believe that he don't watch it because end of March is like the end of the NBA season. Like it's 10 games left, so they not play. They're not. They don't have time to watch. It's mad back to backs.
Bro,
But
I recall seeing Brun at college basketball games in March. Like he ain't finna give me that bullshit, bro.
no, but you could see somebody there. But like, let's be real. Like I could go to something once, but that don't mean I'm gonna frequently go like to that event. So I could probably go there for one time and then like, hey, this is cool, but I'm not gonna watch this all the time. There's
Man,
plenty of times.
I'm
There's
gonna go
plenty of
pull up
times,
some. I'm about to go pull up some
Mike.
tweets. I bet every year. I bet every year LeBron has tweeted, "Oh, so and so is a killer. So
No,
and
no,
so
no, no,
from."
no, no. You're not
Like,
wrong, Mike. No, no. But put it like this: you probably watch more basketball than LeBron, more college basketball than LeBron. Like you like that. That's where I'm getting. Like
I got you.
He's probably not an average viewer. So like to like you see how like we could assess the game
Yeah.
probably better than him.
Mhm.
He probably can't speak the game how we would speak a college basketball game. So like I'm not gonna sit and say like yo he's telling the full on truth, but I rather hear him say that than say like hey I watched the Arkansas game and I saw DJ Wagner did this and that. So it's like yes I get him like living up to say like I don't watch it I don't have interest because my dad is an avid basketball fan and he hate college basketball games. Like my dad loved basketball, and my dad do not like how college basketball game is structured. Like it took my dad until Zion went to college to watch college basketball. Like I couldn't get him to watch any college basketball game when I was younger. And I'm talking about like the glory days of Beasley and like even like the Carolina and Duke days where like they were going back and forth leading the ACC. Like my dad always said, like he never found interest in like the two halves, the 30-second shot clock, because he's like the last 2 minutes of every basketball game is the most electrifying, and it's like the 30-second shot clock. Those last 2 minutes of a college basketball game, if you're up by 6, you won
Yeah.
because it's no because you can hold the ball for so long that like by the time it gets to 30 seconds, you don't have enough time to even move, adjusting on the fly, unless you got like 5 generational talent, so you're on the court for your team. But
Mhm.
uh, I do think they do need to structure the men's college ball game much because I think I'm speaking from like a business perspective, the viewership will go up if it's 4 quarters because now you're treating these guys like you're actually getting more guys ready for the pros and not just like NBA. I'm talking about like overseas, like you could gear these guys up like yo, because a lot of times, like you'll see a team go up in the first half of a college basketball game, and like they play 20 minutes for so long. Like some guys play that whole first half, and then they come out so flat. Like they don't. Like I
Yep.
know, like we just said, like yo, they're supposed to like be prepared. They should be able to play at a long pace, but like small breaks in between a game help players out. Like
Florida and Texas Tech is a huge example of that. And we're gonna talk about that in a minute. But you're right. Florida and Texas Tech is a huge example of that.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
like like people don't think about that because like 20 minutes is a long time to be
it's a
playing.
long time to play.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like
I saw.
Way
within no
longer than NBA regulation.
yeah. So it's like you no, but I get it. People are supposed to play but like for instance, like if you watch an NBA game, somebody played 20 minutes in the first half. It's a do or die game, and I get it. In the tournament, everything is do or die, but you don't have if you're not even gonna play your eighth man. Why you have some you're preparing yourself to play somebody 20 minutes, but I don't think that's like a right thing to do because 20 minutes is very long in a half. And like sometimes these games, like, but on the other side, it's like the 20 minutes of each half make the game even more compelling because like you could go up by 20 in the first half and still lose in the second
But
half.
see, that's not the ebbs and flows of the pro game. And I get
Mm,
that college don't give a damn about the pro game. But
yeah,
that kind of strategy, one, coaching college basketball is such a niche kind of way to coach because you coach in marathon styles instead of breaking it down into quarters. So it's like your approach to the game isn't necessarily including, you get TV timeout stuff, but it's 5 minutes in between each quarter, as far as like breaks of changing, and even in high school, the same thing. The way that you can see how the game is broken down there, or the women's game for that matter.
yeah.
Men's college basketball is the only ones to do this two half thing. For me, at least, if you want a happy medium, I think that it would do the NCAA some good to adopt FIBA rules, even if you want to do 10 4-minute quarters. adopt the FIBA time, and one, it'll bring in more money because you're gonna have more revenue with advertising for college basketball. That's
and more
more revenue
viewership.
and more viewership. Yeah, because the games are gonna be a little more compelling.
And like they have enough NIL money to do that. And I guess
Yeah.
it's like I know we're probably going to speak on another organization, not a like another sport league too, but like it's also like for instance, I know we're going to talk about the MLB and like the rumblings some people been having because one particular team has scored 36 runs in 3 games. But
Torpedo.
but I think NCAA alone is such like a old man game that like they don't want to like move with the time. They still want people to be of the time, but don't want to move with the time.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's why it was for a short period of time. Like we seen people from 95 to like 07 not want to play college ball because like if I've been playing 10-minute quarters for 4 years straight, and then you want me to come here and play two 20-minute
halves, yeah,
for like 2-3 years, because at that time some schools wasn't letting you do one and done unless like you really didn't want to be there. So it's like that's the problem with some of these leagues. It's like they hold on to the shield instead of trying to like enhance the shield of their product because you're just gonna get more talent as life progresses. You're gonna get more players. You're gonna get more players. So it's like you're not losing anything of your fabric. You're just adding on more things to make it more appealing.
Make it more, yeah.
It was a point in time where, like, yes, those 20 minutes half were good, but your viewership was good because you had better you had better conference. And I mean, obviously, like you see a lot of conference break up. Like Texas went to SEC. Arizona.
The Big East doesn't exist no more.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So it's like a lot of things. So it's like bringing back these half. Like you're gonna get way more competitive because now a guy like I'll just name random coaches. Like I coach like Dan Hurley, Patino, who else? Self, like all these guys, Shire, Hubert Davis. Like now these guys have more time. They have more freedom to game plan on the fly. A lot of times these coaches don't have time to game plan on the fly because they only have a short period of time. With 30 seconds, I could just tell my point guard, hold the ball. Once you walk past the half court, he has to foul you. So that
allows the game to become a chess game instead of a checkers game.
Yeah,
it 1,000,000% does. Yeah, I agree with you because it's like, not to cut you off, bro. It's like, yo, okay, if you have those 4 quarters, college basketball goes from slow start to a rhythm to now we're going downhill to a pressure situation. Let me see if I can game plan. And these kids have been doing nothing but going up and down the whole time. They haven't really had a chance to establish anything. You don't get different quarters to establish certain play styles, certain reactions. Like in the NBA, in the WNBA, your first quarter is usually you feel out. Oh, how does he punch? Okay, how does she punch? Okay, cool. Then the second quarter, you try and establish some shit. Third quarter, that's when you can build shit back. And 4 quarters, crunch time. In college, it's up, and then it's down. Oh shit, we're in a crunch time situation, and then it's like, oh shoot, how do we game plan? And that's where you get a lot of this bad basketball. And on top of that, the 30 seconds of possession time and a 20-minute quarter, yeah, dog, that's not preparing these kids for situations that they go in. That's why the learning curve has gotten as bad as it has. Yep. That's one of the reasons that the learning curve has gotten as bad as for the pro.
No, it's a small fraction.
It's a lot of things, but yes.
But you brought up something interesting. I didn't watch that Texas Tech game, but I did see you live tweeting about it. I didn't watch it, so can you just explain to me because I don't really like watching replays of games.
No, I got you. So Texas Tech from start had a good handle on Florida. You'd say the same thing, right, Mike?
Oh yeah,
from
sure.
start. Yeah, it was a running of the Bulls. The problem was Texas Tech got gassed, and you could see that. And one thing I will give Florida respect, and this is why I picked them to win the national championship, is, and I guess it segues us into the game. Cool. The way that you can tell that they have coached situational basketball versus Texas Tech, who's been an athletic team all year, who's just run everybody out the gym. Kudos to them. They were a number 2 seed. No, what's Texas Tech, a 4 seed?
I'm
They
not
were
Oh,
two.
sure.
They were something. Either way, they qualified well for the tournament, made it to the Elite Eight. So let's just get to that. The whole year, they have been an athletic, second chance point kind of school. But when they shots weren't falling, it cleared the lane for Florida to pick up in situational basketball and situational plays down the stretch that I just don't think that they were ready for. I don't think that. Congratulations to Doc Rivers. He moves up to 7th all time in NBA wins.
Hall of Famer.
Hall of
Slept
Famer,
up.
man. Hall of Famer.
Hall of Famer.
Hall of Famer. Z, what's the deal, my brother?
Yeah.
What's happening?
Ain't
But the
too
I,
thing
I
is,
didn't know you went blind, but you know.
Well, hey, man. The thing about the old days is that don't make no sense. Anywho, but
You
nah, in
ain't
all
Slim nor
seriousness,
Charles, but I feel you.
you're right.
You do look a little bit like Bodie, though.
That's
what?
funny, but
Oh, Goldie Brodgers.
yeah.
Yes, sir.
Matter of fact, I need to do my Wire rewatch, so it's time. But either way, yeah. So it's just the way that the game is. Oh shoot, Dame was courtside. That's what's up. Okay. But yeah,
But the
it's just
thing,
the way that the game is, bro. I understand why there hasn't been that much interest in it. But either way, getting back to the Florida Texas Tech thing, you can see that Florida has game plan for situations like that, and I feel like Texas Tech didn't have a go-to guy to truly pull them out of the hole that they were losing from. Because bro, they were up 20 plus at one point in that game, and like I said, that downhill slide happened.
I don't think it was that much, was it?
Yeah, at one point I think they were up by 20 or 21.
I
Or
know they
something.
was up. I know they was up 12 with like 6 minutes left.
Yeah, it was either I have to check, but
No, I don't think it was 20. I know they were up 12 with 6 minutes left, and then it's like it went downhill from there. They had the one guy, I think Toppin his name, big guy.
Top, yeah,
Like
Yeah.
Toppin.
he's
No, he's
there.
not
He's
related to Obi Toppin.
no, not related to Obi. He's their
Or
go-to.
Jacob.
He's their go-to guy. He had no right. Not only that, like he played bully ball. So it's
Mm-hmm.
like they was trying to bully Florida the whole game. You know what I'm saying? For the last 35, for the last 5-6 minutes of the game, they just couldn't bully them anymore. It
Right.
looked like they kind of ran
Right.
out of gas. And
Yep.
Florida got a bona fide closer and Walter
Mm-hmm.
Clayton Jr. You know what I'm
Yes,
saying?
sir.
And
Clayton is tough. Clayton is tough.
He's definitely league bound.
Him and
oh, for sure.
what's the white dude name? Hokel?
They got two
Newton.
of them, man. Both of them
No,
played well.
but the dude that was hitting the threes along with Clayton Jr.
Yeah, I think
That
10,
was Hokel, I think.
something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, but he
Mm-hmm.
was hitting them things, and like you said, Clayton was hitting them things, and they ended up closing them out. It looked like Florida just shut the water
Hey,
off.
and I got to give a shout out to Elijah Martin too. He really, really stepped up defensively, and where they trying to ice him out in the free throws, cast all them shits too. So you
Like
got to give
I
a
loved
shout
it
out.
with Z brought loved it with Z brought up because I know like when Duke beat um Arizona, I was like, damn,
Arizona.
this game is tough. And like Bama, they had just like just
Yeah.
decimated
Oh hell yeah, yeah. They
they
made like
decimated
28 threes in the game or some shit like
yeah,
that.
25 for
Crazy.
31, 20. So like I wasn't afraid. I was like, damn, this game is gonna go down to the wire.
Mm-hmm.
And then like I just remember Shia said like we just have to just play the defense that we've been playing all year. And I hate when coaches say that. And then it made me went back to the game when we played y'all. All we have to do is just close out. Don't have to do that much because all they kept doing was just having Cooper Flag like in the last like 5 to 7 minutes of the game. Have what's the point guard that hit like 10 threes to them? Like
Fierce.
they had like Cooper Flag and I forgot Jones, Simon Jones, Simeon Jones just kept running towards Sayers. Like they were just like he's gonna score. but they was just trying to make him double guess his decision making. That was like probably the best defense I've seen us played like since the start of the season. But I didn't expect us to win by 20. Like I thought the game because I was like Arizona gave us a run for our money. I think Alabama is probably going to come with that same mindset, like just match, like you got like just match fire with fire. Because at this point in the tournament, you're just giving your best. Like you can't,
Yeah.
like it's no next day. So it's like you got to come with your best gun. And like to see them win that way and that convincingly, I was like, I thought it would have been more like I thought it would have just gave them more to play for, and they did play for more. They are playing for more, obviously. Like you're not gonna get to the Elite Eight and not try to play more serious. But the Auburn game, that game was hilarious because Auburn was supposed to lose that. Auburn was supposed to lose that game,
Man,
and
they
it's like,
yeah,
they beat Tennessee's ass.
I mean, hey, no, wait. I thought Houston played Tennessee.
Oh no, I'm sorry. I'm thinking about the wrong game. Auburn played Texas.
No, Auburn played Michigan State.
Michigan State.
Auburn played Michigan State.
I'm getting my games
Yeah,
confused.
and
it's like
they won by 6.
Yeah, like I mean, damn, like I just feel sorry for Izzo, man. It's like this, like no. When I say I feel sorry, it's like you won in the new millennium, and like you haven't recovered from that win. And not saying that it was a bad win or whatnot.
He played the NBA with Draymond Green. He deserves all. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
I mean, he gave up. I mean, obviously he gave the league quality talent around the league, but it's like to see like what separates him from like Coach K, Roy Williams. It's like yes, you went far, but it's like it comes to a point in time. It's like what people do to Mike Tomlin now, which I've been seeing lately on TV. Is like yes, Mike Tomlin has winning season, but he hasn't won since he won, and it's like I feel sorry because it's like yo, it's Michigan State. You don't expect somebody to go there, but damn, like
for basketball I do.
But
for basketball I definitely expect. But see. But that Michigan State game, what it came down to was this: Michigan State did not have a guy who can match up with Broom. What's his first name? Janai Broom. Bro, he had almost 30 and 15.
But that's the thing. You don't need somebody to match up with Janai. You just need to get someone that can, not even like someone that can create for you.
Yeah, because like, Jace is good. Cole is good. And Atkins is good.
Like I feel like I don't even want to like say like if they had Caleb Love or someone on Michigan State, they would have progressed. I don't think so. But it's like you can't remember the last guy like Izzo had where it's like this guy could really carry his team like when it goes left. And if you look,
Denzel Valentine was that.
Denzel
was that.
No, I'm not disputing Denzel. But like, if you look at this tournament, and besides Houston, each team has a guy. If it goes left, they can carry the team.
Yes.
And this is like this Final Four is pretty interesting. Besides Houston having,
I think you could. I think Florida doesn't have to defer to that guy, but it is Walter Clayton.
You know, I do. There's the thing about it. It's like I don't want to talk about Duke because I just want the tournament to be over. Like Duke don't really need Cooper Flag to carry them to prosperity because if you really look at it, Cooper Flag best game this tournament was against Arizona.
I actually think that Cooper Flag, as far as necessity to how good this team is, I actually think Cooper Flag for this Duke team. He's good. Don't get me wrong. I think he's probably number one pick.
But you feel like
I think that they surrounded him with a team that can still win, kind of like Juju is surrounded with USC. Like I think that USC is still a really good team, and I think despite Cooper Flag when he got hurt or if he has an off game, Duke is still a really good team top to bottom.
Yeah, they have we have Isaiah Evans and all them boys off the bench. So it's like like I know like Cooper Flag is Cooper Flag, but like to like people like people, yes, he's supposed to get the praise because he was the number one high school player and whatnot. But like our center is like pretty like he's been playing at high level basketball since he was 14 too. And like he also should be in high school as well, which people don't realize too, that like Kawamawa should not be in college at the moment, but he's gonna be a starting center in the NBA pretty soon. So I'm just looking forward to the tournament. I mean, this is probably the first time in 3 years that I watched every college basketball game. Like this year, like I had a rough couple of years where like I will only watch from February on, but like I watch every game this year, and like not just only my team, but like other teams. Like I watch Florida, I watch Tennessee just to see like just to
Florida.
see. My fault. Florida, my fault. Like I watch other teams to see what talent they have. Like there's a lot of great teams this year, and like I know people have been down in the transfer portal and like shit on RJ Lewis for what he did, but like this is the nature of the business now. This is what's gonna get teams that everybody like in the tournament. Like it's the Cinderella days are over unless you got money. So like we can't say that like we want all these teams from the past to go back to being good, and now they're getting back to be good. You're calling people soft because they're leaving to go do what they want to do. So
Dale,
like,
what was let me cut it on real quick. Dale, what was some of your thoughts on the Elite Eight and the Sweet 16 matchups this weekend?
I thought they were good. That Florida game was really good. Especially with Florida shutting the water off and coming back. I thought they were done. I thought they were cooked.
I did too.
Yeah.
I didn't think they were cooked. I thought they were plated.
Yeah.
Bump cooked. Because with 2 minutes left, what was it? 11? Or maybe not 11, 8?
It was they were down 12. No, they were
They were down 12, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're down 12 in like 6 minutes.
And then the white dude Hokel, he hits the three, and then Clayton Jr. hits the three, and they back up in it. I'm like, what did I blink too fast? What, like,
no, you know what it was. Ooh, good shit. Ooh. Good block. Sorry, I'm watching Minnesota and Denver, and Watson just blocked the shit out of Rudy Gobert. Damn, Minnesota. But yeah, I agree. I think the problem with Texas Tech, like we said, they just ran out of gas, bro. In Florida, look, man, when you got 2 starting lineups on your roster, next man up. And that's how deep they are. They truly are, bro. They are deep, man.
Florida's deep. They also got shooters. I'll give them
They
that.
got shooters. They got shooters who, a lot of them, it looked like they shooting the ball in the ocean. So, I mean,
but I'll say one thing though.
Get.
They're kind of slow on defense, but not like slow like where it's noticeable. Like
Okay.
Like I watch like they get beat on like simple actions, and I mean it's basketball, like, but they have a period of time where it's like pretty hard for them to stop teams that are good at scoring, because they can also score. So like that also overpowers like the opposing team because they can score with bunches too.
Well, the thing with Florida, Coach Nard. The thing with them is what's happening. The thing with Florida is even if you beat the individual matchup, because of how spacing is so much in the NCAA, all they do is collapse, and you can't get that quick drive to the basket you want. Now you got to pray that you ain't got that you got a shooter to kick it out to. But I think because their defensive awareness has been so good all year. And look, you got to think about it, bro. Let me see, Auburn. Who else is in this shit? It's Auburn, Houston.
Texas, yeah, Houston.
Okay. Auburn, Houston. They've at least played against at least one of these teams in the Final Four already.
Yeah.
And that's because the SEC this year has been a powerful conference in college basketball. It ain't just football.
Houston,
this year.
I think Houston is in the Big 12.
They're in the Big 12, yeah. So that's 2 teams that are in the SEC. And that's just what it is, bro. Like Florida plays well. I think Houston is just so damn old. And this is what their third Final Four in the last their second Final Four in the last 3 years. Because they went, let me see, they went 2022 or 23. And then this year. So yeah.
A lot of people think they're gonna pull the upset in this whole like Final Four because of the experience they have.
I can't call it an upset when you old as hell and you a number one seed, but I get why. They old as hell. I mean, they got a lot of juniors and seniors.
Yeah, they are a like for instance, like I saw a tweet where a reporter was speaking to the coach of UCLA, and he was like, "I love this team because we did it the traditional way," and I was like, I love when people bring up tradition on their own terms because that's not how college basketball works. Like,
no, but like, I get what he means. I mean,
I get
Kelvin Sampson. Like, Kelvin Sampson, you're an old coach.
Yeah, that's what I said. Like you could just say, like, yeah, like
I'm happy. For what, 30 years, 30 plus.
I mean, eventually the coaches of today are going to get to 30 years. So somebody got to coach for 30 years. So,
but he's 70 years old.
I'm proud of what he's doing. Mm-hmm. I'm proud of what he's doing. But it's like to say that it's like, yes, like you are doing it in a way where like it's not done in today's game. But there's a reason why, like, pretty soon that type of style of coaching is going to become a fossil because, like, if you're trying to just groom juniors and seniors, you have so much talent as freshman and sophomore that you can utilize that. I feel like coaches like that, they have that stuck in that old way, like, oh, I don't need to play a freshman. You need to earn your stripes. And it's like, get over that. Like, you have so much players that you can utilize it. And that's sometimes that comes back to bite coaches in the ass. And I like these newer coaches in college basketball, or like even like these coaches that reinvent themselves. Like,
well, speaking of that, that's why I got to give John Shire his credit. I mean, these are Shire's guys. This is him. There ain't no more remnants of anything Coach K on the team anymore. So,
John Shire is only like 5 years older than us, Earl.
No, he is, but I got to give John Shire his credit. To reach the Final Four and build up a team like this, top to bottom, you got to give him his credit for because it could have been really bad. It's been a lot of people who replace legendary coaches. He's done his due diligence. I can't be mad at it, bro. And y'all got more talent coming in next year. I cannot say nothing about it.
I'm watching 3 of them right now.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it is McDonald's night. Yeah.
You know so crazy I think about it. It's like, remember we probably wasn't a thought in existence. But UCLA won so much championships that like it's a shame that like I mean Earl. Like I
say that.
Yeah. No, but
he's a reformed USC fan, so that's not surprising.
I mean, hey, whatever. USC gave us one of the greatest running backs ever in
that's
two different
generations. Why I was a fan of them boy. Anywho,
in two different generations.
Two different generations. You know what I mean?
I know one's Bush. I can't think of the other one.
Yeah, who's up? Oh, OJ.
Orenthal, man. Stop playing.
Orenthal.
Stop playing.
Hey, look, hold on. Marcus Allen would like to have a word.
Three.
Yeah, Marcus Allen would definitely like to have a word.
Lindell White got something now.
Well. To be fair, hold on. In college, Lindell was that dude. Lindell was that guy.
That season with Chris Johnson was bad.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, look,
No, but I'm saying the UCLA thing, like I feel sorry for whoever had to replace Coach Wooden.
Coach Wooden.
Yeah, because like, how can you move on from that? Because like he won 10 championships, and even if you win 2, you're not even going to be a thought of the conversation because it's like no matter what you do, like you're going to be considered like, oh, this is just the John Wooden fabric. He laid the groundwork, and that's why like I was kind of scared for John Shire because I'm like, if he make it anywhere far within the next 5 years, I just hope people don't say this is Coach K's product. And like the fact
Yeah.
that like all those guys from like the Palo team left, like majority, like probably 85% of them left. Like, and to see him go through what he went through with Jared McCain, like losing in the Elite Eight, and to see the bounce back like this way, like it, I didn't expect. I mean, I expected to be great, but I didn't expect we like John Shaw will get here this fast. Like, because replacing a legendary coach is difficult.
For sure. Well, shoot, let's get into the matchups real quick. Of the Final Four on the men's side. Real quick, and we'll get into that. Shoot, where's it at? Oh, there we go. All right, so Saturday, April 5th, we got Duke versus Houston.
I got Duke by 6.
Yeah, I'm going with Duke to the championship. In general, so even though I have them as runners up this year, that's beside the point. But I got Duke. I got
you
no, real
talk. I was just joking.
No, real talk. I mean, I picked Florida to win the whole shit.
No, you definitely did. I remember.
I picked Florida to win the whole shit.
There was no hate involved.
No, not at all. Winston, what's the deal, brother? Good.
Even if it's hate involved, it's like it's still his choice.
Yeah. No. I have because I did 2 brackets and neither of them I could just not see Florida not coming out on top of this shit. But yeah,
bullshit.
I got Florida beating Auburn and I got Duke beating Houston.
You know why I think I think Florida might lose to Auburn, just off the simple fact how Auburn could slow the game down.
Mm-hmm. They can play at their tempo for sure.
Yeah. Like in the words, I know he said it like 4 times. Like Auburn know how to cut the water off in a nasty way. Like they were.
I agree.
That team is so resemblant to them old Tennessee teams, bro.
Very much so. That's how he recruit. He recruit with guys. Yeah. I mean, look, I want you to be able to knock shots down. That's going to come to you. Can you play lights out defense for 40 minutes a night? That is 100%. You know what I'm saying? Bruce Pearl's identity as a coach.
Bruce is a good coach, man.
He is, yeah.
Oh, definitely.
Hall of Famer, absolutely. Yeah.
Because I look at them, bro, and I like they take me back to like the Wayne Chisholm days, bro. Like this team is so resemblant to those old Tennessee teams, bro. So I mean, I like them, bro. Like I would say this, I'm not a big fan of Janai Broom, to be honest. And it could be just the way he looked, bro. I don't know.
That's crazy.
Hey, he was bodying them.
He kind of remind me of Boozer. Like,
yeah. Like he's not really athletic for real.
No.
Like,
but he knows his way around the
he's
basket.
He's slow. Yeah, for sure. He knows his way around the basket, though.
Yeah.
But he also, you know what? I know why I don't like him, bro. Because he reminds me so much of Dylan Brooks, dog.
Not Drake biggest up.
Like, damn, bro, like, then like he got the braids, but he's also going bald at the same time.
Yo, like, Dylan Brooks did the most wildest thing I seen last night.
I know. Hey, look, bro. Bro's tripping. That matchup against Braun, he was bugging. Hey, happy June. Happy June.
It was no need for that.
Yeah, Sean Livingston been wearing the same Gilbert. Okay. Oh, that's
Elijah.
Elijah, yeah.
Yo, you know what's so funny? Like, I know, like, I don't really pay attention to all the smoke, but I guess they had a clip resurface of Gilbert Arenas talking about how like RJ let him down in the championship game.
Yeah, bro. I got to go back and watch that game though. I need to go back and watch it.
You know what's so funny about that game, Mike? That was the year the season prior to that was the year I became a Duke fan. We lost in the fight. We lost in like the start. I think the Elite Eight or the Final Four that year. And the following year when we won, like I remember, like Richard Jefferson didn't have. If we were gonna say Richard Jefferson didn't do nothing, like people have, like Gil has to tell the whole story because like he played terrible that game. He was 4 for 17
Yeah,
Like,
forfeit team.
like he played bad, but it's like, yes, it's a college basketball game. It's a do or die moment. But it's like, if you're gonna tell a story, like you let Dunleavy in 5-3. Dunleavy was like arguably like top 5 3-point shooter in the season that year. And he had
Dunleavy was an all-time shooter.
Sniper.
Sorry.
And the thing that had me laughing too is that like he didn't bring up the fact that like he couldn't stay in front of Jay Will.
To save his life, to save his natural life. Listen, bro.
Hey.
Jay Will had one of the tightest crossovers I ever seen.
That was like one of the best Duke squads of all time, though. Probably the best.
But the thing is, like Arizona stood like when I look back, like I went back and looked at like the box score and everything, and I'm like, if we just base it on names in college, Arizona didn't stand a chance to win that game because it was just a better team they faced it. And I get it, like. You may have like later on, like you may have the better NBA player in arenas and stuff, but at that time, like
to do with college,
like Jay Will was much better at that moment in that tournament than Gill.
Yeah, Jay Will was the best player in the country.
Yeah, like
he went number 2 in the draft,
number
2.
Like
no, and look. Because exactly, Yao was what he was, but any other year that Yao's not there, Jay Will's the number 1 pick.
Yeah,
he was player of the year.
Bro. Yeah,
and
that's back when being player of the year.
And not have been had it not been for that motorcycle accident, man.
We don't know what he turns out to. Yeah, bro. Like, bro, Jay Will was cooking
because that Bull squad, they were young and they were rugged. They were like, I mean, they made the playoffs like 2-3 years after Jay Will got hurt, but like they had
was Jalen Rose, right?
That was the only
they got Rose. No. Tyson, they just had a bunch of young guys.
We had
Tyson
squad,
Chandler,
bro.
Eddie Curry was on that squad. I think they traded him for Elton Brand.
Jamal
Crawford was on that squad. And that was just got rid of because Pip didn't come back yet, did he? No, Pip was still in. That was the year before Pip came back.
No, you gotta remember Rose came back. Like Jalen Rose was on the team like 2003, 2004. They would have got more veterans the following.
No, I'm saying because I think Pip came back in 2003.
Yeah, 03 or 04. Him, Jalen Rose, they came there around the same. They got more veterans later on down the line, and then they made the playoffs like 05
and 04, 05. That's when they got Ben Gordon and Kirk Heinrich
because we picked up Kirk Heinrich.
So that team was like it was transition. It was transcendent. I know, like Jay got hurt and things happened. He went through a depression, but like going at like to bring up like he was the best player in the tournament. And if you want to be real, like Duke had the 4 best players on the court
in college. At the same time. Like, that Duke squad. And Corey Maggette was gone, wasn't
he? Yeah, he was gone.
Yeah, he was gone.
Like we had Boozer.
We had Booze.
We had Boozer. We had
Battier, Don Levy, Dante Jones.
Come on, bro. Stop.
Like, so when he said, like, when I saw that clip, I said, bro, you guys were like overmatched. Like,
these are all guys that signed at least a second contract in the NBA. Like, stop.
No, all these 10 plus years, bro.
Yeah, 10 exactly. 10
with
plus
the exception of Jay Will.
Yeah. And I was just like, when like I was looking at the clip, like Steven Jackson's like, all these proper talking dudes. Like, what does that have to do with Arizona?
That has nothing to do with nothing, bro. And it's like, even that. Like
that's the old
even that is a little overrated because look, we make fun of Duke for being the yuppie team, but let's be very clear. Jay Will wasn't no proper talking motherfucker. Like Chris Duhon wasn't no proper talking. And look, Carlos Boozer call you a bitch to your face and tell you about it on your forehead. Nigga, Carlos Boozer don't give a fuck.
That nigga from Alaska, relax.
I don't care. I don't care.
Hey, Alaska don't care, bro. You see Mario Chalmers.
Yeah, bro. Alaska squad.
Alaska, they give it up.
And look, it's 2 dudes that you never want to get in a fight with. The white guy who got to prove it to all his black friends, and the black dude who got to prove to you that, hey, I ain't about that soft shit. 2 dudes you never want to get in a fight with. Because them niggas don't stop.
Yeah, but like the Arizona team, they were tough. I felt like if Duke lost to Maryland in the leading up to the championship game, Arizona would have beat Maryland. Arizona,
for sure, because that was Juan Dixon, Steve Blake,
Yeah,
It was
yeah.
Juan Dixon, Steve Blake, and fuck.
I forgot
Who was
homie
on that
name.
team, bro? Oh, it's gonna bother me too. I'll look it up later. But either way,
But they had no chance. They had no. They
no,
they
not
would
at
have
all.
they would have curb stomped on Maryland. They would have curb
Yeah,
stomped.
for sure.
And I
But
think that's
shout out
Lonnie Baxter, bro.
Lonnie
oh
Baxter was on
my
that
Chris
team too.
Chris
oh
Chris Wilcox.
Thank you. Chris
wow.
Wilcox is on that team. Yes.
Yo, the more
Hey,
I
also,
think about that, yo,
by the
good
way,
one,
shout out to Gilbert Arenas for continuing on the my agenda. I love AirPods, I do, but ain't nothing better than these corded motherfuckers. You understand me?
You
Nothing.
dig?
My dog's sitting courtside with corded
CAP.
headphones.
I respect that.
No, Dale. I'm sorry. The quality of that corded headphone is way better.
No, I got cord headphones right here too.
The quality of that corded headphones way better, bro.
Listen,
Way
I'm,
better.
I
I'm
tell
literally
people,
on quarter headphones right now.
I
tell people,
love.
They're also wireless, but hey.
I tell people all the time, I will never forget where I came from.
Never,
never
bro.
forget.
And Apple start putting them headphones back in the phones. I get we not getting it.
Nah, for
Fuck
real
that.
though.
Put them shits back in there, bro.
Hey, not only that, bro. They need to start putting the blocks back in the phones too, bro.
Put them, yeah, bro.
Bro, I got this.
Oh,
I got
you,
this.
yo, you,
Bro, I got this
Nah,
fucking
that's a
six.
fact. That shit
I got the
pissing me off,
6. Bro,
bro.
I got the 16,
yo,
bro. The shit came with a. It
yo,
came with a cord, but I ain't got no
yeah,
fucking block, bro.
Ain't no block. You got to plug that shit into your Xbox. Like,
Bro.
what we doing, bro?
Bro, I use. Bro, listen. I haven't used the cord that comes with my phone yet, bro. I just use my iPod, my laptop charger, bro.
Yeah, bro. Like this shit
Oh no!
ridiculous, bro.
Don't do that, Mike. Don't do that. You're gonna kill your internal battery much quicker than.
Wait, no. You can use the computer one. You can't use the off brand.
No.
You can use.
No. You should not charge your laptop computer with anything besides your laptop. That is literally if you read.
Wait. Which cord? Because I got the.
No. I'm
30
telling you.
foot. That's
You know.
30 foot.
No. Whatever
3 foot.
charger, whatever USB-C they give you for your laptop, you should not charge that with your phone. That is the strongest source of power you get. You're actually frying your battery. You're actually frying your battery much faster than your.
Yeah. Listen to Mo. Don't do that shit.
Hey, I ain't gonna cap, nigga. My phone be charging in like 5 minutes, bitch.
You see,
Oh, God.
a laptop
0 to 100, nigga, real quick.
You gotta realize, Mike. I know this young lady that works at Apple, and like she explained that to me. That like the brick that you plug your charger in is the strongest source of voltage you're gonna get. So it's 40 times faster than any Apple charger.
I love it.
That's why I be using my hey man. But now I went and bought the one that comes with your phone. I went and bought the 3 feet one. It ain't but $20. This shit.
But to allude to what Mike's saying, yes, when you buy a phone, you even if you had a previous phone, newer phone from last season, and it came with a block, it should still be your duty to supply your consumers with a new block because you don't know about it.
Bro, for real, bro, because I'm just leaving the 13. No, I had a Pro Max, the first Pro Max. What was that, a 12?
12.
Yeah.
Bro, I'm just leaving the 12 Pro Max, bro, until 16 Pro Max. So, you know what I'm saying? One has the regular iPhone charger, the other has a USB-C.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
see, I went from 12 Pro Max to 15 Pro. And
I got you.
No.
Bro.
Yeah.
And then when I bought it, the lady was like, "Yeah, do you want to buy a wall piece?" I'm like, "Hell no, it already come with one." She's like, "Actually, it doesn't." I'm like, "Shit, how much they cost then?" She's like, "Oh, $35." I said, "Man, fuck that."
35.
They $35.
You can go right to Amazon.
No, don't buy that off brand. Hey, look,
don't
buy anything off brand for your Apple products.
I got Anchor.
You got
for
who?
$20, and Anchor is what they sell on Apple.
I don't know what
Trust me,
Anchor is.
I got the right stuff.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, bro.
Sell it right on Apple.
Hey, listen. If your phone is locked, and that bitch say something like you gotta unlock your device for your shit to work, nigga, hey, get rid of it, bro.
I know that. I know that trick.
That nigga Zell buying shit from Hustle, man.
I got mine from Bruh off the
He got a Whitty Hutton t-shirt.
The fact they still call Dale Zell is hilarious to me, bro.
My fault.
Oh man, but yeah,
Hey,
man.
I
No,
just
I'm
thought that
Getting
hoping
nigga
they
into
Zell
sell me
too.
some money.
getting into the women's Final Four real quick. Nar, you can mute up because I already know.
Yo, stop doing brother.
No, but
Like
the women's
that.
Final Four is set as well.
Mhm.
Shoot, man, and I am trying very hard to get to Tampa on Thursday, but it's not trying hard, bro. I just don't feel like driving. I don't. I do not feel like driving. I'm
What
gonna
did
be
happen
honest.
to you?
I don't feel like it no more, bro. It's getting hot. Shit.
And why would the Final Four be in Tampa?
It's in Tampa this year.
I just want my
Why?
drone.
Why it can't be in Tampa?
I can't be in Tampa. But nah, I
I'm
really
just-
wanna go.
I'm
Well,
surprised.
I wanted to go for two reasons. First of all, shout out to Chloe. Chloe, what's the deal? What's good with it? Appreciate you tapping in.
What's good? What's good?
Yeah, man. I mean, shameless plug. Asia Wilson's dropping the A1s early in Tampa
Yes,
because of the women's
sir.
Final Four. So I'm trying to go, but I
Earl,
just
if
don't
you
feel
don't
like
go, Earl, if you
I'm,
don't go,
Roll with Christian. You know he going up there.
That's a good point. Christian live up there. Christian, the only man I know that'll get off work and be like, I'm coming home for dinner, baby. And she live 4 hours away. Personally, we'll eat on FaceTime. Anywho,
Tampa's 4 hours away.
hell yeah, it is. That shit 4.
oh,
But
I
no,
didn't know. No, I thought it was like an hour away. My fault.
no, if it was
Hell
an hour,
no.
I'd be there tomorrow. Hell no.
No.
Shit, I'd be there after this. If it was an hour, shit. No, Tampa's 4. And it's not 4 like you ride on 95. You got to ride through this shit
No.
called Alligator Alley. And brother, hell no. It's nothing but trees back. Look, it looked like you know how like everybody says Florida man? It looks like Florida man part of Florida, bro.
It
Ain't
is
nothing
Florida man part of Florida.
yeah, bro. But the women's Final Four date is games are set. The first matchup is South Carolina versus Texas. The second matchup is UCLA versus UConn. Haley Van Lith had a hell of a run in this tourney.
Hey,
Yes, you
man,
did.
shout out to their coach though, bro.
Yes.
They went from canceling games just a year ago to going to the final 8, to the Elite 8.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's remarkable, bro.
I will say one thing about Haley. I know I was critical of her of that 3-on-3 tournament where she shit the bed that one game, but I think her doing that tournament made her a better point guard.
It
Oh,
did.
for sure.
It did.
2-time gold medalist, bro.
Yeah, I got to give her a props. Like I was very
Bro,
critical of that one game she lost. I mean, but obviously she was going up against 35-year-old women. I forgot
Yeah.
that. But
She's Kelsey Plum 2.0.
Mm-hmm. That's exactly. She's going to score a lot of buckets in the WNBA, bro.
Yeah,
a lot. She's going to score a lot of buckets in the WNBA.
And I feel like she's gonna be up there in like awards talk. Like not yet, but like soon. Like
Yeah, for
like
sure.
year 4, year 5, like she's gonna like finally come into her own because she's probably gonna get drafted to the shitty team.
Chicago.
Right. Yeah. Hey, now listen. Her and Angel. Ooh, woo.
That pick and roll, bro.
Yes, sir. Wow.
Yeah.
And if Angel get that pick and pop from like that, you know,
And they played in
12 to
college.
15
That
footer.
shit dead, bro. That shit dead.
I know.
And they played in
Shit,
college.
her and Camilla, if she can
Yeah, her and Camilla. Ooh, good shit a lot. Yeah, her and Camilla would be very nice. But we'll see. We'll see ultimately. But yeah, man, South Carolina versus Texas. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. If you're gonna get South Carolina this year, you better do it. They look the most vulnerable this year of any year they've ever played. If you're going to get them, this the year to do it. Because even the year that they lost to LSU, 2020, what was that 2023?
Mm-hmm.
They lost to LSU or they lost to Iowa.
They lost to Iowa.
Iowa. I'm sorry, they lost to Iowa. Sorry, Iowa.
That was 23.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Even that year, I don't know. This team just doesn't look as intimidating as prior South Carolina teams. And they look very beatable. Either that, actually, no, I'm not going to do that to them. The
All right,
field has gotten a lot. The field has gotten a lot better, and the talent has started to catch up around the country towards the monopoly that South Carolina used to have a few years ago.
Yeah, that Duke game really
Duke is
exposed them a
coming.
little.
Duke is coming.
Yeah.
Carol Lawson coached.
Okay,
She
yeah.
coached her ass off in that game.
Yeah,
Yeah, she
did.
did.
Yeah,
Yeah, she.
the change ups and all of her adjustments, even down the stretch, to really put pressure and keep them out the paint. As big as South Carolina is, you got to give Carol Lawson the credit for just that kind of game plan, because a lot of people don't attack them from inside out; they usually attack them from outside in. But she definitely shut that shit down.
I see Duke winning. I see Duke going to the final. Duke women's going to the Final Four within the next 3 years.
Yeah, I can see that, especially if they, of course, keep at it the way they are and shit. They got some shit. Even that game I watched them play against was it Oregon or Baylor the first round.
I think it was Baylor.
Baylor, yeah. They was snatching shit left and right.
I'll tell you one thing, LSU gonna be right back next year though.
They for sure will.
Back and better. Tanaya Latson committed to LSU.
Yeah, yo. So
a lot of people was mad at LSU coach for what she did.
Yeah.
What did she do?
I missed that part.
That's Kilmoki though, bro. She's always been like that.
Yeah.
What did she do?
She was just a snobby white woman.
Yeah,
I didn't see anything.
All right, so I'll give you the context. A gentleman, and I will also say the reporter, he could have worded the question.
Could have prefaced the question a little different, yeah.
But it's still his job to ask the question. He basically said, I'm paraphrasing, like, hey, this is the consecutive year you lost in the Elite Eight, like blah blah blah. How do you feel?
Really?
And so it's like, I just lost.
Oh, it's that. How do you feel during the loss question?
Yeah.
I don't care nothing about that.
Yeah,
bro.
She was like, well, have you ever coached in an Elite Eight?
Look, and I'm not going to do that. I ain't even going to say the white woman thing. That's competitors being competitive. Yeah. I've seen that 12,000 times. But
you gotta hold her to the same standard that you hold a player to, though.
Yeah.
No. My point is nothing like crazy. I thought she may have cussed the motherfucker out. So of course,
no. It's just like I want you to, like, whenever you get a chance, you don't have to do today or tomorrow. Just watch the movement of like facial. It's more of that than the actual saying. Because it's like
cool.
Like I think snobby is putting it in the light sense too, though. It was like very demeaning almost in a way, bro.
Yeah, like she tried to make the reporter feel like he was beneath. And I get it, like everybody got a job to do and everybody got something to do in their career.
Oh yeah, there's no excuse to be an asshole. But like y'all said from the beginning, that's Kim Mulkey. Kim Mulkey been that way since that's Kim Mulkey, bro.
Nah, but you gotta do that though, bro, because if you put that shoe on another foot, bro, let Nail Ivy or Coach Staley do that, bro. You feel me? It's
no facts. I'm saying that's Kim Mulkey. That doesn't surprise. That's who she is. Gotcha. That's how she's always been. That's how she was.
It'll be national news for a week.
That's how she was. Even when they won the Natty, she
at
wasn't
Baylor,
exactly the most gracious. Yeah, and or even
that's
if you look at
the time she was.
Look at how she approached Brittany Griner. Said, come on, Mike. And what did she say? Oh, you haven't said anything about Brittany Griner, and I won't. Like what? That's her, nigga. Like.
No, exactly. I get it.
Hey, but my thing, real quick, my 2 cents on it. The thing about it was the part that was really the asshole part about it. Like the reporter didn't even ask. He didn't even finish his question. You know what I'm saying? He said this is the second year in a row y'all lost in the Elite Eight, and then she interjected and said that's terrible, or is that good? And she asked the nigga. He said, well, that's terrible. You know what I'm saying? And that's when she proceeded to be an asshole. But it's like, to me. The only interview I remember that's comparable to that, where the interviewer asked a stupid question, was Baylor got put out of the NCAA tournament one year, and he was like, "Well, the other team got more rebounds than you. How is that possible?" And the nigga was like, "Well, they put their hands up, they jumped, and they got the rebound.
Get the ball."
Like that's a dumbass question. How did they get more rebounds than you? I'll tell you. You know what I'm saying? They got more rebounds than us. Like what the fuck?
They did more of that than we did.
Hey, appreciate that context now, because now you say that now it makes sense now. Cool. Hey, hold on. Are both Boozer twins not? Both Boozer
Yeah.
brothers not going? They're not going.
No, they both there.
Wait, so who's sitting next to Carlos and his wife?
Oh, they got another brother, bro. There's 3 of them.
That's okay. That's the youngest. Okay.
Yeah, that's the one that had like the heart condition or whatever.
Right. Okay.
Oh,
Okay. That's right. I forgot. There's a third. Okay. Yeah. Because he looks smack dab like his dad. But yeah, no, I mean that's Kim Mulkey though. But back to the winners. Anywho, UCLA. See, that shit wouldn't happen with me. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm an asshole too, baby. UCLA is going to be playing UConn. And Gino Auriemma passed Pat Summitt now for the most Elite Eight wins of all time. Gino and Paige Buchers. Is Paige going to finish the job?
Yes, she's going to finish the job.
Yeah.
I think UConn is winning this natty as well.
Yeah.
Because you know why I say? Because if Juju played, Juju wins that game for SC. Like you clearly see this is the one time where like, and I normally don't do this thing where like, if this play was hit, it wouldn't. But you can clearly see how offensively USC couldn't match UConn offensively. And like yes, the game was close going into the fourth, but it just
it's what it is. Yeah, it just is what it is. Yeah.
And like, it's nothing wrong. I'm gonna chalk it up to Gino, man. Like, I know the other day I went and looked at his resume again because like it was a point in time where like he like from 2008 to 2022 he was always in the Final Four, and like that is like impressive. And like yes, he may not win all 15 of them and whatnot, but like to always be booked for the Final Four is like impressive. But like I feel like this is the one time now where we all know Pat was never scared of him and all. Kill Monkey was never scared of him, but like I feel like no one this time around is like when they see they're facing Gino, like, oh my God, we're facing Gino. Like let's like.
Well, the field has gotten a lot wide. I mean, one, you got a young up and coming phenom in Dawn Staley.
Yeah.
You got the field has just gotten a little wider. So the aura's gone. Now, on the flip, Gino also doesn't have the Rico that not the Rico, but he doesn't have the monopoly that he used to have. Not the Rico.
You said
he
it
doesn't
the right time.
Well, he look, man. Look.
I mean, no.
He don't have
the Rico.
No, I understand why Earl said that because
but you know what? It's kind of similar to college basketball. Gino was the Nick Saban of college basketball, of women's college basketball. Far as just look, everybody else get what they gonna get, and I'm getting my pick of the crowd first. That's the same thing with him. I mean, look, he literally had Maya Moore. And then right after that, had Brianna, and then had Brianna Stewart. Like on top of having already had Diana Taurasi and a slew of others.
Weren't they together the same year, or Stewie right after her?
No, Stewie's right after her.
It's he had Bird, Taurasi, then he had his 2 short years of not winning. Then he got no, he had like 3 years where he didn't win.
There's somebody we're forgetting, but I can't remember who.
Because you gotta remember, Candace Parker and them, they won like in the mid 2000s, where Gino didn't win, and from 08 to from 08 to like 22, Gino was always in the Final Four. So you had Maya Moore and all these other like talented rosters after. So like after like Pat won her last championship, that's when he clearly took over the reins of being the best coach in the business. Because they were always butting heads, like it was either Pat or him. Like they were like always like colliding, and like once
then he had Nafisa Collier after Stu.
Because so once he stole Maya Moore from Pat Summitt, that's when he really took over. Like
it was Tina Charles during that time of.
Tina Charles played with Bird, right?
Yeah, Tina Charles was there with no, she was there in between. She played with Maya Moore, but she was there in between that time where
That was like
where
like Renee Montgomery days, bro. Like
so
boy,
yeah,
he got some
he's
players though, boy.
yeah, bro. He is to college. I can't even say he's the John Calipari because he actually won titles.
Yeah, I've seen he won
But as far
titles
as yeah, I mean, shoot, like I say, he's the Nick Saban of this shit, bro. And it
for
is
sure,
what it is. It
for
is what
sure.
it is, bro. But
But
hey, and look, talking about SEC dominance in men's basketball, they have the most top 100 recruits for the class of 2025. The SEC, man, doing it again.
I mean,
NIL, man, they got to split that
NIL,
money.
yeah.
Yeah.
They got to
Not
split
only
that
that,
money.
bro, they have 14 squads make it to the big dance this year. Like
Yeah, bro. That's damn near everybody that went to the SEC tournament.
exactly.
Yeah. So, but either way, man. I mean, we'll see. Like I said, I honestly think this is UConn's title to lose.
I think so too, man. Paige got to etch her name in the books, bro.
She has to.
I mean, as great as
If you
she
want to be
is,
considered,
that's the only
yeah,
thing
she has to.
that's missing on her resume. Granted, she had two, season-ending injuries, but I mean, she's already in contention with. I mean, great. We're not going to consider her the greatest, but she's up there, probably top 5.
Well,
And
yeah, I think her only thing is she ain't won a lot.
exactly.
If she win, I'll put her over Nafisa.
Yeah, I'm not mad at that.
For sure, yeah, as a college basketball player, for sure.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah.
Because
but you got to win at least one. But the thing is, with UConn, winning one really ain't enough.
I mean,
per se.
but Nafisa did win one in college though, didn't she?
Yeah.
What years?
I think
Nelson in the
2016.
comment. Nelson, what's the deal, bro? Did they win 16? Oh,
yeah, they won 16.
We got Google, man. We got to stop trying to just think we can remember.
I'm looking at it right now.
I'm not gonna remember everything. I'm
looking at it right now. Yeah, they won 2016. Nafisa College. That was her rookie year.
Lord.
Freshman year, I mean.
Bro, she's still not even 30 yet. Good God.
No, exactly, bro.
Who?
Nafisa College.
No, she's not even 30 yet. Yep.
I mean, man. I mean, yeah, I don't think I'll put her over Nafisa. I think she'll be in the conversation.
Yeah, she'll be in the conversation for sure.
Because it's like, and when I say that, that's not a diss. I just show how great that program is because you're gonna obviously either go Tarasi, Maya, number one. Like that's
hold on. Well, let me think. Tarasi, Maya, Sue. But I'm
gonna be real. If we want to be real, you will have to put Stu over
somebody.
Sue is probably the best.
Yeah, because Stu
might be the best. Yeah.
I think Stu won every year.
Hell no, Maya, bro.
No.
I think Sue Bird won every year.
No.
We did win every year.
Every year.
She did.
We did win.
Right. So then you.
Mike don't know how I feel about Maya.
But Maya had consecutive undefeated seasons though.
Okay, fair. No. That's it.
So
No.
Stewie broke the record.
Stewie broke the record. Stewie won best player in the tournament as a freshman. Maya, I don't think Maya did that. That's why I'm putting Stewie over Maya, because Stewie started off as a shitty freshman and elevated herself at the second half of the season. That's why they won. They was not supposed to win her freshman year. They clearly wasn't supposed to win her freshman year. It got to the point where Gino almost benched her.
Yeah, I mean, Stewie won 4 consecutive national champions.
Yeah.
Well, hold on. But she also won 4. She won 4 outstanding player awards. She won all 4 of them.
See, that's what I'm saying, Mike. For me to put anyone over Maya Moore, you really gotta be like
3. So she a 3-time All-American, 3-time National Player of the Year, 2-time Wooden Award, 4-time All-Tournament, 3-time All-Region.
She didn't win her freshman year.
She finished her UConn career with a 151-5 record. She got a 38-0 mark in 2015-16 and a 40-0 mark in 2013-14.
Mike, I'm telling you, like, you have to put. I say this: if we just say, if we just talking about talent, Maya Moore is better. But if we just talking about what you did when you was there in your time, you have to give it to Steve.
I want to see Maya Moore. So I gotta read it.
That shit long, bro.
That shit long. She has 3 chips.
Maya shit.
Yeah,
long,
no. I want to.
Maya won
see,
too. Maya only
Maya.
lost 4 games in her college career, bro.
Okay, so yeah. She only lost 4 games. She got 3,000. She's the first Husky to get 3,000.
Earl, I know all these stats. I'm just saying.
Yeah, no, I'm just
You can't beat 4 championships when you're
four
the most
four
active.
titles and four most
Come on,
Nah,
Mike.
you can't beat that.
oh
You can't.
MVPs is crazy.
Because Mike, you gotta realize I'm the biggest Maya Moore fan in the world, and it pains me to say she's a better UConn player than Stewie. Like it pains me. Like I can't say that. Like she's not better than Stewie,
No,
but
she's
like
not.
I mean she's not.
And
But
for
like
UConn, no.
yeah.
If
Like
you want
you
to say
have to.
WNBA, yes, but
No,
not
but
UConn.
that's what I'm saying.
Well, I'm not even a million.
Yo, Earl, stop.
Hold
Earl,
on,
stop.
hold on.
Earl,
Wait a minute.
Earl, stop.
Hold on.
Listen, she
Earl,
may have left the league for
stop,
JL
stop,
Penis, but
stop.
Gold penis.
oh man,
Nah.
Yo,
Stewie definitely the best though.
I
Yeah,
think
Stewie.
well, no, I'm just saying, but for the WNBA, Stewie's still writing her story, but
Yeah,
it's
all
close as hell.
right. You gotta
As far,
realize,
as far as WNBA go, Maya Moore, Stewie not passing Maya Moore. As far as
Stewie-
Why
WNBA
not?
goes,
Why not?
bro, because she did a Jordan, bro. She retired in her prime, bro. After winning, what
Don't
you
get Earl
won?
started.
3?
Don't get Earl started. Please
What
don't
you,
say
what you
that.
want? What you want? 3 rings?
She
Don't
won 4.
say
She won 4.
she won
She won 4
She
rings.
won her rookie
Four.
year,
Come on,
2013.
bro.
She won every other year,
Enough
2011,
enough
13,
said.
15, 17.
Enough
Hold on,
said.
but
No,
hold on.
but
But
you know he
but
might say
hold on. But
there's
listen.
no MVPs to show. I
But
know you about to say.
check me out. Check me out. Yes, that happened. But championships are a team accomplishment. Now look.
Yeah.
I'm not taking nothing away from her. She's a one-time MVP. Brianna Stewart. Ooh, woo. And I love Maya, but I gotta be honest, bro. Stewie is a 3-time champ,
Hey, Earl, I don't
2-time
mean to cut
finals
you off,
MVP.
but I don't
Yep.
care for this conversation. But let me ask you this:
Yep.
Kobe or Jokic?
The B. Kobe or Jokic? Okay. So
But because Nard is going to use your argument.
yeah. So I'll say this: are you asking from my eyes or from a
I'm
conversation?
asking you for whatever you use for this conversation.
For this
See,
conversation.
Earl? Yeah.
Joker is the more efficient player, but I'm
I
gonna
don't think
tell
that's
you,
what this.
I'm gonna
I
tell
don't
you,
think
I'm
that's
gonna
what
tell
this
you, I'm gonna
conversation
tell you,
was.
I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why.
Get him, Nard. Get him,
Because here's what I can never say about Joker that I can't say about Kobe. Joker, while yes, is the best player in the league to me right now. Kobe was the best player and at worst a top 3 defensive player in the league at the same time. I can't say that for Joker. Now look,
I mean,
say the
top
same
3 in rebounds and steals. So
yeah,
you
but
can say
I
the
know
same
what
thing
I'm
for
watching.
Maya. You can say the same thing for Maya. She was at one point the best player in the game and the best defensive player in the game.
I just think that for Brianna, while Maya does have the championships, I think Brianna as an individual player has been just as dominant and is still writing her story. So I'm not mad if somebody says that she's better than her. I think it's definitely a conversation. I think it's for sure a conversation. And to be fair, Brianna has won, except for this year, with less compared to Maya. Maya's team, the Lynx were fucking loaded. The Lynx were goddamn loaded. Now, listen, Maya.
now we're talking about winning with less and less MVP. So now, according to this conversation,
no, my
Jokic is better than Kobe and LeBron's better than Jordan.
What's it called? Has more Brianna Stewart has more MVPs than Maya.
That's what I'm saying. So Jokic is better than Kobe,
longer,
and LeBron is better than Jordan for winning with less.
You said she's played longer.
Maya played
really.
8 years. Maya played 8 years.
Yeah. Brianna's on 8 years now.
But
she's going into 9. She's going into 9.
This ain't year 10.
She came in 2016.
Oh damn!
So this going into year 9. Yeah. It's about even. Now look, Maya got one more title. She did win her rookie year. I'm not taking nothing away from her. But
you gotta realize too, Earl, like I know it's a different ball game in the WNBA now, so
Yeah.
we can't take that away from anyone.
And
But-
Brianna got more defensive team records too. Brianna is three. Let me hold on. Brianna is
3 inches taller.
three-time all defense first and 3-time all second. Maya's 2-time second team, and no, actually that's it. Just 2-time second team. She only got 2 second defense teams.
Yeah, I get that.
Hey man, hey man.
I just
I
think
like you did that though, Nard. That was slick. That was slick. I like that.
No.
That was slick, Nard. I like that.
I like what Nard did because
Exactly.
I feel like I feel like with Maya, she's one of those few players where like you really had to see her play.
Yeah, 1,000,000%.
Like her resume is still stacked, but it's like it's like when Jordan retired in '93, like 93, 90. It's like, yo, you finished like this. Like, how could you? Why you like? Obviously, her humanitarian work is something else. But like, if you just look, oh, stop, bro.
What happened?
She pissed me off with the damn humanitarian
What
work.
happened, man?
That's
Humanitarian work?
Stop. Earl, you know what's so funny? Because if you was in that gentleman's shoes, you would be having every Jordan 1 right now.
If I was in that gentleman's shoes, I'd be wearing 4X Jordan suits and I fit an XL. But that's beside it.
Yeah.
Hey man.
But
Institutionalized, brother.
Yeah. But it's just like with her, it's like unfortunate we would never be able to tell her story because it's like
fair.
That's probably how people felt about Mike if he really retired in the first time around because like she succeeded so fast at things that like she never really got to enjoy her prime. Like I know I always say Magic Johnson's like one of the few players that never played in this prime, but she's legitimately someone that you can say she never played in her prime. Like her prime years, I think she would have probably won 3 more championships. The argument would have been totally different between her and Asia because I felt like she would have had Minnesota would have had down years as a team, but I felt like her numbers would have been even more stacked because she would have had to do more. And even if she had gotten a visa, I felt like her numbers would have been even like more because now she has somebody else that she can like have someone else.
That knows how she came up. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah.
No, I mean, listen, I do think that Maya Moore is the. I think she's about the Wayne Gretzky of this shit. I mean, like you could when you mention Maya Moore name, nobody argues against it.
It's gonna be Asia eventually. Asia's gonna be the greatest women's.
Yeah, maybe, but even with the Asia thing, Asia and B Stu are actually kind of eerily similar to Kobe and Tim Duncan. They're actually eerily similar.
If Stu wins this year, next year,
Tim Duncan is better.
Tim
Duncan's not better, but that's your hate for Kobe Bryant. There's nobody watching basketball that's going to tell you Tim Duncan.
I don't care if you agree with me, brother. That is my solid opinion.
No. It is your opinion for sure. Yeah, I understand. Yeah.
It's hate to call a multiple-time MVP.
No, because see, you're doing that thing. MVP, you're doing that thing that you do. You're doing that thing that you do, and that's cool. But I know you, Dale.
Bring evidence to back up what I'm saying.
Nah, that's not what you do,
Dale. What's your gripe about?
He doesn't like Kobe Bryant.
Oh
no, I legitimately, Mo. I want you to hear this. I legitimately think Tim Duncan is better.
Tim Duncan.
Okay, when you say better, what is he better at?
Tim Duncan has a better resume.
He has a better resume. Huh? He's
way better defensive player.
That's not true.
I mean, he's 6'11". He should
How's
be
it true?
Exactly Mo's point.
He's 6'11".
Even that.
He should be the better defensive player.
I'm saying the game down to his pace.
But Dell, I'll tell you one thing.
It completely changes it.
No. I'll say this. You might be right. Yes, he may be a better defender because his job is to basically protect the basket.
The rim. Yeah, he protects the rim.
Yeah, so that's his job. So yes, he's going to get more leeway and more favoritism to that. But it's something that Tim Duncan can't do which has changed the tempo of a game on one end and make the other team rattle on the other end. Because Kobe can lock down your best perimeter player and score much better than your other perimeter player.
Yeah,
And
but
this
Tim Duncan can slow down your whole team, not just one player.
we seen Kobe did that too. We
A
seen him
whole
did that.
team? I've seen him
Yes.
do players.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Do you ever heard of the Sacramento Kings or the San Antonio Spurs?
He's a Sacramento Kings fan, so
I was a Sacramento Kings fan.
Damn, y'all niggas
Emphasis
used to
on
be team
was.
hopping like a motherfucker, boy.
I've only had 2 teams, sir. So I don't know how I'm
Orlando
team hopping.
Magic.
Just
Orlando
saying, God
Magic.
damn.
I'm never mad at anybody for rooting for a team that's close to them. I ain't never mad at that. If Dale were to say fuck the Raiders and become a Jaguars fan tomorrow, I'm not mad at it. Whatever. And to be fair, the
that's switching
Sacramento
from shit to go to piss. Like that,
yeah, but see,
that ain't-
but see, I'm not mad at it. But look, it's Tim. Tim is not a better individual basketball player.
Yeah.
But
that's the best sports resume.
he does.
Basketball's not an individual game; it's a team game.
No, it's not.
So I don't give a shit about that.
No, well, when you talk about the greatest players, you have to talk about what they did individually.
And individually, his resume is better.
You see, and that's what I'm not going to argue with that, but it's like also,
he's got one more MVP and what else?
One more Finals MVP.
Okay.
I can't argue with you there.
Hold on, wait.
No, hold on.
Hold on.
It's 3-2.
It's 3. Okay, yeah, because he won the first 2, and then
no, he won the he won the first.
Yeah, he won the first 2. The first 3, and then Parker, and then Kawhi.
I can't change your mind about this because this is something you probably made your mind up probably since knee high. But you have to really think about it. It's like,
and y'all act like I said a bum.
No.
Like I said, Smush Parker is better than Kobe.
No. Come on, you're very
no.
I wouldn't insult your intelligence like that with you bringing up anyone in the breath of like Smush Parker. No disrespect to Smush Parker. He's a great referee. Like I saw him actually referee a game. But the argument of this conversation, which is unfair to Kobe, is just like, and I hate to bring up Shaq in this. It's like Kobe didn't get to become the lead dog until
that nigga said no disrespect, but then said something disrespectful. Hey, that nigga say he's a great referee.
No, I mean, no. I'm all jokes aside. Like, I watch a lot of summer tournaments. Smush Parker is a great referee, and it's not disrespectful.
No, I've seen a referee too, bro. I'm saying that nigga, this Smush Parker we talking about, bro. We've never said, oh, hey, bro, that's a great referee, bro.
No, because I'm highlighting his life after basketball. Like,
no, bro. Nigga ain't never said that about Steve Javi, nigga. Like, hey, you know what? Hey, that Steve Javi is a great referee.
I never watched Steve Javi play ball, so it's like I didn't.
Come on, bro.
But it's a different. But the difference is like, so Tim Duncan got to become the man from the moment his second season. We never got to see we didn't get to see Kobe become the man until 2005. So yes, Tim Duncan had a head start of Kobe, so he should accomplish more with a 6-year head start over someone. That's just my argument.
That's fair.
And I know you're about to say, I don't care about that. It is what it is. But
yeah, I mean, even for me, I give no excuses. Look, but see, that Kobe thing is weird because his head coach didn't play rookies. Like, what's his name? Notoriously did not play. Dale Harris never played rookies on any team he coached. He don't play rookies. So,
I mean, he wasn't better than Eddie Jones anyway, though.
We never really knew that. We can't really say we don't know it. Because the first year he was allowed to play,
he was air balls and shit.
No.
I mean, everybody shot air balls, and I'm not. Yes, you are. I'm not taking up for him. No. Like real talk. We don't know because one, he never got the first year that he was allowed to play, he became an all-star. That's the first year he was allowed to play, and it's not like he was like on some gimmick shit. The man was averaging almost 20 that year. It was all-star.
But that's crazy though.
That is what it is.
But he was an all-star on the Dell, so it's like Dell just wanted.
Yeah, because Dell let him play because he was a sophomore.
Yeah, I mean, but that's again. Also, we have to think about situations and circumstances. It was the 90s. I'm not playing no 18-year-old because that was how the league was. The league was
fair.
much.
That is
the
fair.
league was the
that
league.
Fair.
You gotta realize, like the 1998 All-Star Game changed the trajectory of the
league. Yeah, 100%.
Yes.
I mean, shit, that was a showcase for the next 20 years of basketball.
Yeah, so it's like
100%.
you gotta really like that 1998 season was definitely the end of the old-fashioned way of how coaches think. Because after that, like every coach had their star player was young. The following season, Iverson was on a superstar rise. Duncan, Kobe, all these other guys, like the league.
And look, I think Duncan was great because let's be very clear.
I mean, Duncan has the greatest.
Duncan is the Wayne Gretzky. He's the Wayne Gretzky of power forwards. What I mean by that is, I don't care what anyone says. There's one thing that there's a lot of things that are very disputable in this league. Jordan, LeBron, so whatever. What ain't disputable is that Tim Duncan is the greatest power forward of all time. That's not disputable. He is the Wayne Gretzky of power forwards. And to me,
I'll tell you this,
he is a top 5 player to ever play this game.
I know you're gonna call me crazy. You're gonna call me crazy.
Yeah.
But if Giannis win 3 championships,
I'm having a whole different Giannis win one more championship. If it ain't Tim Duncan, right now I have 2 ahead of him. But if Giannis win one more championship, I'm not arguing. Right now, the only power forward that I have over Giannis, I got Kevin Garnett and Tim Duncan. Outside of that,
I'll tell you right now, Giannis win 2 more championships.
Hold on. That's cap. That's cap.
I mean,
I have Duncan, Garnett, and Dirk. After that,
you have Dirk over. No, I got Giannis in front of Dirk. I'm sorry. He plays both sides of basketball. I know he does.
He does. I prefer him, but 30,000 points is still 30,000.
Giannis is going to get 30,000 points.
I hope so. I hope so.
He's going to get 30,000.
I hope so.
He's going to get
30,000 goddamn points is a lot.
Like, let's be real. Giannis is going to end his career with at least 35,000 points. He's going to end his career as a 25 and 12.
As long as he stays healthy, yeah. But when he dons that purple and gold next year, but
anyway. Giannis to the Magic.
Him and Paolo is scary. Don't play with me like that. Him and Paolo is very scary.
But we need shooting, so Giannis ain't really what.
Let's go to the comments. Let me see. Stan, what's the deal, brother? LeBron used to shoot air balls. Yeah, that's true. I mean, everybody shoots air balls.
Shoot air balls, bro. Everybody shoots air balls.
It's
not about
Giannis as a Knick. No, y'all already have Cat. No.
Yeah.
Giannis goes to Chicago, man.
Giannis to Chicago is not. It's not terrible. It's not terrible. But I tell you one thing:
Chicago got too many white boys.
Cheese eaters in Milwaukee better buy all the jerseys you can now.
No, he
that shit is over.
He gone. Hashtag he gone. Like he gave you y'all championship. It should have been 2 if Chris Middleton wasn't hurt in 22. Yeah. But hey,
facts.
I'll say this, man. Like Common said in 1994, there's too many white boys on the Bulls. Nobody going over there. It's too many white boys on the team.
It's over. Yeah, no, the Knicks, you already got Cat, bro. It is what it is, bro.
I'll say this. I mean, Giannis, I know everybody's been flirting with the idea of Golden State. I don't see that working off the simple fact that the person that carries the ball on Golden State will become a non-factor.
He's not exactly. Like, he is not playing no goddamn small forward, and he damn sure Giannis ain't playing no center. I'll tell you that shit now.
So it's like I know that's been the flirting idea. If they had Clay, yes, Giannis would have made sense. But it's 3 guys now. It's 2 guys that need the ball in the hand, and they're probably going to keep Jimmy. So it's like, yes,
no, they extended Jimmy. They paid Jimmy for 3 years. Would have
Okay,
opted in on the
cool.
4th. Yeah.
Okay,
Jimmy
cool.
there.
The
Oh, you
thing-
didn't know? Yeah,
the
Jimmy
thing-
got 120 million from them, bro.
Bro, I don't pay attention to
Yeah.
my ops.
For 2 years.
Yeah, he got 120 million for them.
But I'll say this: don't be shocked if that green team that plays in Massachusetts get gut quarter of that team for that man.
It wouldn't shock me.
It would be insane.
It wouldn't shock me.
You know why it wouldn't be? You know why it wouldn't be unfair? The person that they signed to win the championship is barely there majority of the time. So why the fuck should I keep you and all these other players when I could go get a superstar and have 3 superstars?
I could see him going to OKC instead of getting KD.
KD's. I'll say this: how Boston season ends this year depends on who it is going to show who they're going to go after is between Giannis and KD. However, the season end, one of those guys will be on that roster. Next year. Because Giannis not going to Philly. He's not going to Philly. He's not going to Toronto. He's not going anywhere that's going to pay him a lot of money worthwhile. It's all I can see Giannis on is the Lakers, Celtics, or he's just going to rot in Milwaukee. Like he's not going to go nowhere else. Because the OKC move don't make no sense. It don't make no sense because like you're going to trade Chet, Hartenstein, and some picks. Like the team is still going to feel the same way because the same way Shea needs the ball in his hand, Giannis needs the ball in his hand. Yes, the coach can make that work, but it's not going to be as substantial as the way.
I'll tell you a situation that he could go to that he could win right now.
Chicago.
And I mean right now.
Nobody want to go to that team, bro. This is not 1997.
Crazy.
I'd say a situation he could win right now.
Cleveland?
LA.
No.
Clips?
No, the Clippers. He goes to the Clippers right now.
He don't win on the Lakers.
Bullshit. If Giannis goes to the Clippers now, look. All you got to do is get Kawhi to the postseason because clearly Big Y is in playoff form right now. Him, Harden, and the way that team is constructed right now, that's a championship.
I like it.
I'm telling you, it's a championship. God bless. God bless. And what's his name that they said should have been All-Star this year?
Norman Powell.
Norman Powell. You probably would have to trade Norman Powell, something like that. But look,
I need that shooting though.
Yeah, they'll find it. There's a plethora of shooting in the NBA
Hey,
that would love to come to LA.
Orlando. We can use them.
Well, Nelson says Giannis and Bronx Tale Brian Cook would be hilarious to watch him play. That's funny.
Yo, that's funny.
Yeah.
You gonna talk about your team like that?
Giannis and Harden, woo-wee. I got a big man that can move.
No.
Even though they got beef?
This would have made
better.
We've seen a lot of basketball players play with beef. They'll be all right.
Yeah, this would have made sense. This duo would have made sense in 2019.
Yes, I'm giving up Norman Powell to keep Harden. Yes. Harden is still a top
an all-star.
You gotta realize
Harden is still a top 20 player in this league.
You gotta realize
I don't know about that.
Yes,
agreed.
Harden is still a top 20 player in this league. Yes,
agreed.
Yes, he is. Yes,
Harden is still a top 20 player in this league.
You gotta realize, you gotta look at it this way. Yes, it looks crazy I'm giving up Norman Powell, but I could do more than Norman Powell.
I can find more Norman Powell.
You can find more Norman Powells.
Yeah,
no. I can find way more Norman Powells than current Hardens.
The problem is, right? Yes, Norman Powell is instant offense, 18 to 23 points. That's cool. But that's only 23 points when I can score 17 points and accumulate an additional 15 points without scoring. So it's like I can still I hate talking analytically because as much as I hate it, it makes so much sense as I get older because like points matter. It's like you could play the best defense in the world. It's the reason why the Chicago Bulls in the 2010s didn't win a lot of championships at all. Because like you can play great defense, but if you can't accumulate points, what we playing basketball for?
We ain't had no two-man.
I'm sorry, Mike. The game is the game.
Bro, we have fucking Ronnie Brewer, bro.
Yeah. No.
And I like Norman Powell. I do. I think Norman Powell nice. I like, but
you got to think about my fault.
No. I was just agreeing with you. I was agreeing with you.
I like Norm. That 18 points it's potent.
I can find Norm's way more than I can
don't
find.
Play with him. It's 24.
Yeah, no, it's 24. He averages 24. But I can find.
Fuck that.
I can find more Norman Powells than I can find James Harden. Even today, James Harden.
Put it like this, Dad. Yes, you got 24 out of Norm, right? But if I lose Norm, I could at least get 2 to 3 guys that can split that 24 off the bench.
A lot of teams have had that same idea and had it work out for most of them.
Well, but you got to remember, you got a Band-Aid in Kawhi Leonard still.
Yeah.
Look at Kawhi. Kawhi is still cooking. Kawhi is doing it this year.
Yeah, he cooking until the injury cut the stove off.
but
Kawhi, I mean, look, Kawhi this year he averaging 25 and 3.
Mm-hmm.
But that's why you get
and Giannis. Then he tripped over a blade of glass, and what happened?
But you gotta realize Giannis and Harden can still hold down the fort with Kawhi.
Exactly.
Why the fuck am I even talking about the Clippers?
I don't know where, but I'm gonna use that as a clip. Before we get out of here, something happened in the NFL, but Calais Campbell's going back to Arizona on a 1-year deal. Calais Campbell.
And that's insane. The fact that he's still in the league and somebody's willing to pay him multi-millions to play. That's
like Calais. I don't know what's going on in that house.
His longevity, taking care of his body, like, you know what I'm saying? His locker room presence, like, shout out to that nigga's professionalism.
Well, he's still big as hell too. You got to remember.
And
what I heard, he's a great teammate. I heard from money sources. He's a great teammate.
I saw it. Y'all see he wasn't gonna let Tyreek Hill go to jail by himself.
I respect that. And Tyreek Hill, you lucky it's no Chinese football league.
But hold on. Before we get fully into basketball, Winston, I'm glad you brought that up. Thank you, jogging. Rob Parker called Zion a bust. Do I agree? Yes. Now let's get to football.
No.
Yes, Zion's a bust. Yes.
Earl,
he's a bust. He's a bust.
Hold on. Earl, I could have sworn last summer we spoke, right? You said you cannot be a bust if you got a guarantee. You fulfill your rookie contract and go on and get a new contract.
Yes, I did say that. Here's the deal. In the words of Tan Suit President Barack Obama, as the facts change, so does my opinion. Here's the deal, brother. That man played 30 games this year. Now,
it was 30 potent games. It was 30 potent games.
I was wrong, okay? So here's the deal. I admit when I'm wrong. This is an example of that. Now, yes, far as success, can somebody say you weren't a success? No, you got your second contract. But Zion, first year, 24 games. Second year, 61. Third year, 29. Last year, 70. This year, 30. It's over.
It's not over, bro.
In 2021.
Oh, he's done for the year?
Yeah, it's over. Again, he's not playing again. After only playing 30.
I think they shutting him down because CJ is getting shut down.
Yeah, they shut him down.
Why are they shutting him down?
You know
why? Because they got nothing to play for.
You know why they're going to shut down? Because he's about to get another athletic perimeter player on his
Here's
team.
my thing. It's not the shutdown, and I'm arguing. He played 30 games this year.
That's true.
Bro, it's just the nature of humans. A lot of people are not prepared for this.
Nah, hell no. This is the
nature of humans.
You can't say he's unprepared. You know what I'm saying? That's what this is. That's what the
2021-22 on Basketball Reference did not play. Injury. In quotation. He's fat.
You could start from 1920.
Earl, I get.
He only played like 30 games.
I get your sentiment. I get that, right?
8 months in the NBA season, he played 3 games a month. Fuck Zion.
I get your frustration. No, I get the frustration how like someone that talented is not available. But we gotta realize
he's not a bust though, bro. Bust is too early, bro. He's
24.
In the 5-year career, bro. He's already a 2-time All-Star.
Yes, but hold on, but wait a minute. I get that. He played 1 year of 60 games. Outside of that, no, I'm sorry.
Hey, but now, here's my argument to that, Mike. I feel like when we're talking about bust or not in your young career, we can't talk about fan voted shit. Like how many All NBA
Well,
athletes?
he wasn't the
I'm not
starter.
saying I'm not saying anybody's right. I'm just saying to me, when we're in a conversation like this, I would say, what does his All NBA shit look like in his career?
He is
Bro, 27-7 and 26-7, bro. That's what he averaged in those 2 years.
Yeah, facts.
Right, but was he All NBA any of those years?
No.
I mean,
No.
it's hard to be All NBA when you got
Right, it's hard to be All NBA though, bro. We talking about 10 players.
When you have LeBron
15,
and Kevin Durant in front of you.
Talking about 15.
Okay, 15 players.
3 teams.
And
to be fair, 1 year he was an All-Star. He played 29 games. The next year, the other year, he was an All-Star. He played 61. Now, I'm not going to hold 2020-21 against him because that's the COVID year. So I can't hold that against him. But he was an All-Star. And he played 29 games.
He did.
29.
Yeah.
That's a whole bunch of games, brother.
Yeah, you gotta remember the NBA season started around Christmas that year.
Right. And you played what, 36 games before All-Star game? Before the All-Star break?
22-23, it didn't start. That was a regular season.
Yeah.
21-22 was the year that it started over.
October.
I apologize.
22-23, we were back outside at brunches.
And did he make it or not?
At brunch with us.
Did he make it or not?
Did he make it or not?
How did Nokia go?
Did he make it or not?
Who's telling it? Baby girl. Baby Zion.
Bro, Zion is not a
like, bro. It's different, bro. Like this bar and health, bro. Because a bust isn't predicated on injuries or not, bro. A bust is predicated on
we call Greg Oden a bust.
You not being able to play at all, bro. Bro, the nigga averages 25 over his career, bro.
I mean, that's easy to do with your whole career.
All right. Now that shit easy to do. So why not? Why everybody ain't doing it?
No,
the shit easy to
but
do.
he only
the shit easy to do. And the nigga that's our president of our league can't do it, and they shut him down for the season. And I gotta protect my number one investment. I'm protecting my number one investment. I'm gonna try to revamp my medical staff so this guy could be prepared for next season. Okay, and
look, all joking aside, yes, I do think that he's a bust because I'm sorry, 30 games on the court a season. With the exception of 2, and in 1 year you didn't even play. Yeah, dog. I'm sorry. He's like he hasn't smelled 80 games. I feel
like you can't take injuries out of it. Taking injuries out of it is like, all right, we're gonna say, you know what I'm saying? He's such and such based on the potential he had if this didn't happen. Well, nigga, that's his body. That shit happened. And let's not act like that a lot of the injuries that we talk about, you know what I'm saying? It's not like these are motherfucking. He's playing in the middle of a game, non-contact, oh shit. You know what I'm saying? Like some Paul George type shit. No, nigga, it's been a historical fact that nigga don't take care of his body. You know what I'm saying? Like he eats what he wants. He's overweight, and that led to constant injuries. So you know what I'm saying? To me, I can see if we talk about D Rose, you know what I'm saying? Not saying he was a bust, obviously, but I'm talking about if we was in a conversation for all right, who's potentially the 3 greatest point guards of all time, and the nigga threw D Rose name in there, but they like, look, if this nigga ain't get hurt, like that, to me, that's a conversation to be had. But when the injuries are, you know what I'm saying, because of a history of you just not taking care of your body.
He's fat. You're a bust.
I mean, to me, like, you got to put that in there.
You have to.
So
you have to.
So
this is on him.
You keep calling him fat, bro. So you're just gonna negate everything that you said this year about him. How good he's looked and everything because he got injured again.
Yes.
How, nigga?
I am.
He fucking taking care of his body. He clearly has been taking care of his body, bro. So how can you still have that same argument?
Okay, all right.
Taking care of his body.
Okay, this year.
He said, those are the facts.
This year.
So
this year.
No.
Being serious for a second here. Yes. He does look better. I will give him that.
Bro, every metric that he had to meet, he's met it, bro. He shattered that shit.
He still only played 30 games.
Nigga, injuries fucking happen, fool.
Right, but why did he get injured?
Nigga, who the fuck knows, bro?
All right, let's go look at his injuries this year.
Injuries happen, nigga. The fuck? Y'all niggas be talking crazy sometimes, bro. I just don't be understanding that shit,
okay,
bro.
let's do this easy way. obviously the early part of his career where he wasn't taking care of his body as much is
But if it's a
always going
recurring
to
injury
affect his
based on
career.
one of those injuries, like a foot or some shit like that, then
Right.
that got to go with it.
It's
Your foot's fucked now.
and it what his current injury
I
right
want to.
now is he's out because of his back. So obviously that him being heavy or overweight in
Well,
the early part of
his
his career
back.
has
Okay,
something to do with it.
his back. I'll go half and half on that. It could be because of the heaviness, but also he's an explosive player, and I can't act like explosive players. Explosive players did not have a history of back injuries. Tracy McGrady had it.
Larry Johnson.
Larry Johnson had it. So I cannot act like that.
Larry
That is
Bird,
true.
he wasn't explosive, but
Yeah, but he was just white. No, but Zion, while he has had he has had injuries that have been related to athleticism, though. Also, and he did this to himself. He built a name for himself off of not taking care of himself. Now he looked good this year. When he played. This year he's averaging what? What is Zion averaging this year?
25, I think Mike said.
25, 7, and 5. Those are great numbers when he playing, for sure. But out of how many games?
It's crazy how y'all don't give Zion the grace that Kawhi gets, and because Kawhi
Kawhi done it.
Who gives
Kawhi is
Kawhi
accomplished.
Kawhi has done it.
And people don't give Kawhi grace.
Bro, I don't give Kawhi no grace. Any nigga
but
to me,
I'm sorry.
Kawhi,
I'm sorry,
who
no.
mentions Kawhi in the same sentence,
but hold,
like niggas used to try to do with LeBron, Kawhi.
I'm sorry, no. I'm sorry, brother.
Hey,
I'm sorry,
let me
brother.
ask this, right? Given his injury history, you say he's not a bust. You think he still has potential to be that guy.
Absolutely.
Right now,
yes.
if the Pelicans were willing to trade him a year GM, what would you give up for him?
It depends what team I am. Yeah.
Right, depending on what team you're on.
Okay, let's just say
let's say Chicago, which I think actually he'd do really well in Chicago.
All them white boys.
Hey, nigga, I'm getting up anybody on my team,
you have
nigga.
to give something up.
Okay, look.
If you OKC,
hell no. There's nothing on that team I'm trading. No.
Y'all
Because we're right on the cusp of winning the championship. I'm not disrupting the continuity that we have currently for a potential to get this potential superstar that we've been saying potential for 7 years.
And again, so in Zion, they shut Zion down because of a bone contusion in his back, which means it was a fall.
Yeah, somebody hit that nigga. It's a bruise.
Okay, yeah. All right. And I mean, we are at the end
Where
of the
was
season.
Mariah Mills at the time of his injury?
Come on, it's only 10. It's only 10 games left. It's only 10 games left. Alone, but at the same time, I feel like motherfuckers is just giving him too much grace on this shit at the same time. Cause like this, bro. Wow, yes, I get it. I don't care if he's 24.
No. Hey, listen. At the same time, though, I agree with E. So hypothetically, it's 10 games left. That means they played 72 games. That means this nigga missed 42 games.
He missed 42 this year. That's what I'm saying, bro. That's
before this injury. He missed 42 games. That's
42 games. Come on, man.
They already.
He's played 7 years and only played 214 games in his career.
5 years, nigga. Shut up.
Okay, hold on. Wait, it's not 5 years.
He missed the whole season, bro.
Yeah, okay. That's another issue. That's more games. I'm not counting it because he didn't play. He missed more games. His first year, his rookie year, he played 24 games.
Okay. I say this. I feel like this though. I kind of feel Mike and them too, because what we call Joel Embiid a bust. You know what I'm saying?
No.
So what we call LaMelo Ball a bust?
Because arguably, yes.
That's arguably.
No, I'm saying I gotta look at it. I gotta look at it. Let me get the facts.
Nigga, I'm gonna give it to you right now.
All right,
his first year, 51 games. Second year, All-Star, 75 games. Third year, 36. Fourth year, 22. This year, 47.
That's very Zion.
It's Zion like he hasn't missed a full season.
Healthy, his team would be
still
ass.
Them teams. At least the Hornets stink.
At least
the Hornets stink as a team. I can't say that Joel Embiid's
from
a
the
bust.
outside looking in. I would
can't
say
answer my question, man.
LaMelo.
Valid points to what you're saying, which to me, I would just determine that if I had to leave the conversation somewhere, I would say it's up in the air if he's going to be a bust, but he's not yet, but it's trending that way.
It's trending that way. Right. It
Who?
is trending that way.
Who?
Now, to be fair, he was rookie of the year, and he got an All-Star nod. But other than that, he's missed a lot of games these last 3 years. He's missed
Bro,
a
it's
lot
the
of games.
fucking exact same thing, bro. How you gonna say one is a bust and one isn't a bust, bro? I just gave you the numbers.
Hold on.
51, 75, 36, 22,
Okay, he's a bust.
47. And
He's
this
a
for
bust.
somebody who's not notorious for fucking being overweight.
No, but he still doesn't take care of his body.
Come on, man. Like, come on, bro. We can't
That's the nature of life.
we can't change the shit depending on who
Okay,
we are, who we talking about,
he's a
bro.
bust. He's a bust. out of let me see, out of yeah,
No,
you're right.
nigga, don't be a bust. Don't call him a bust because I'm saying something about it, bro. Call him a bust because you really feel that way.
But out of 420 possible games, he's played 231. That's a bust. It is what it is.
Yeah,
It's a bust.
Yo, I blame Dell for this.
But listen.
What I got to do with it?
But listen.
I mean, it's a hella valid point because
it is a valid point.
How can you be a superstar if you're not playing? But at the same time, it's like, hey, when they are playing, they're that deal, and injuries. Now, like I said, with LaMelo, like that's why to me it's all case by case. Because if we're talking about Zion's 42 missed games were foot shit, ankle shit, you know what I'm saying? Now, I understand the back contusion. That's one thing. Or now let's say he fell earlier in the season. This back contusion has been fucking with him all year. That's another thing. But if it's a lingering injury, I feel like that goes back to his own personal choices. Mm-hmm. Now with LaMelo Ball, if his body is just what his body is, like his brother, you know what I'm saying? That's different. That to me is if they're able to somehow get accolades and stats when they're playing to a level like D Rose was able to before, you know what I'm saying, they were completely derailed. That's when it's like, all right, you wasn't a bust. But if you end up like Greg Oden, nigga, you end up like Greg Oden. He wasn't a fat nigga, his body was just fucked up.
Right. And because Greg Oden's body was fucked up even in college. Remember, he didn't even play that whole year.
Yeah, no, he shot free throws left-handed.
You could either end up like motherfucking Greg Oden or T-Mac. T-Mac wasn't no bust.
Greg Oden or fucking
T-Mac wasn't a bust.
Greg Oden or what's called it, bro? Or Grant Hill.
Like
Greg Oden.
Okay, but the one nigga who I feel like this argument would like set on fire is a nigga like Brandon Roy. Like, what was he?
I would say that Brandon Roy was injuries derailed his career early.
Oh,
hold on, wait a minute. Wait, no, hold on. Injuries literally kept him out of the NBA from the aspect of he had degenerative knees and how do I say this? He just stopped playing. Like it's not like he had years where he was playing 20 games or like a consistent of that shit. No, he stopped playing and couldn't play no more. That's like Derrick Rose. I will never call Derrick Rose a bust.
Yeah, but the reason I said Brandon Roy, Derrick Rose, bro, he did so much while he was playing, bro.
Right.
From winning MVP, bro, getting his team to Eastern Conference championships.
Even like Joel Embiid, I cannot call Joel Embiid a bust.
Aren't doing, but they're getting hurt. So I'm saying you're either a T-Mac type nigga who's taking his team to the playoffs, bona fide superstar, same thing with D Rose, or are you a Brandon Roy, Greg Oden, where the potential was there, but the injuries never allowed you to amount to it?
But see, even with Grant Hill, before them injuries hit, he was already a Hall of Famer. Grant Hill had a very similar career to Luka Doncic before he got hurt. His first 7 years, he's like a 6-time All-NBA and 6-time All-Star. He was a Hall of Famer before he touched down.
Can I say something about Brandon Roy too?
Miami.
I'm gonna be real, bro, and I think I'm probably the only person that feel this way, bro. I think motherfuckers just talk about Brandon Roy that much because of the name, bro. Like he was a good player, but just to call that nigga like a generational talent or this, that, and
he wasn't.
The nigga averaged 22 points in his best year, bro.
He could have been. Do I think? Okay, because I'd say to me, bro, D Wade wasn't a generational talent. You know what I'm saying? We see niggas like that. Bro, listen.
Hold on.
To me, bro, D Wade, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, niggas like that aren't generational. They come around. You know what I'm saying? And niggas like LeBron, KD, Steph Curry, that's generational.
Agreed.
You know what I'm saying? So to me, Brandon Roy wasn't generational, but he could have been one of those niggas who was that nigga though.
You said
He was on the way
Dwayne
up.
Wade. You said Dwayne Wade and Shai Gilgeous.
They're not generational players to me, bro.
I would disagree, but
I'm
okay.
as you
I
explained
mean,
it
if
with
you
those
mean
three
generational as far
examples.
as
I
we
agree.
get
No,
one
I'm,
every single
I'm not
I agree.
generation,
mad
yeah.
at it. I'm not mad at
Similar
it
to
when you
bust, it's a
gave
word
those.
that's used loosely.
Very much so.
And I
It's
think
not.
generationals used loosely. Shy is not a
That's
generational
what I just. But
player.
that's what I just said, bro.
Oh, I thought you said bust is used too
No, I'm saying
loosely.
I said similar
No,
to
no,
the
no. Hold
word
on.
bust.
Oh,
Generational is a word that's used loosely.
Before we go, you're saying generation somebody that legitimately changes basketball.
No,
Generational.
to me, generational is you're not gonna
1 out
see
of
another
10,
one of those
bro.
motherfuckers till the next one comes.
1 out of 10 years.
You feel me? Like you're not gonna see another
You
nigga.
think that we'd see another D Wade?
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah,
Anthony
bro.
No,
I
Edwards.
think a lot of guys
I'm asking. Before I make
Anthony
my before I make
Hey,
Anthony
my
good
Anthony
call, Mo.
Edwards.
Good call,
Anthony
Anthony Edwards.
Anthony
before
Edwards.
I'm not mad at this. I just needed to hear it explained. That's all.
Anthony
yeah.
I just
Edwards.
The
okay. I'm not
closest
That's a
thing to
mad
good
at it.
Dwayne,
call.
the closest thing to Dwayne Wade is Anthony Edwards. The only thing Anthony Edwards has to learn how to do is split double teams or pass out of double teams, and he could
I'm not
be
mad at it. Okay, cool. I'm with you actually. And that
yeah
doesn't make you not a legend. That don't make you not a Hall of Famer.
yeah.
No,
But
exactly.
I'm not saying that,
generational,
but like
yeah,
he's
yeah, yeah.
I
not good.
think
No,
Generational
I
is
think
Other shooting
generational.
guards,
I think
James Harden.
generational is
Like we've
having the
seen
guy.
niggas come
I
through the
think that's
league
having the
since D
God given
Wade and
talent.
been that guy.
I think
right.
generational is having a God given talent, bro. That got you there and keep you there, bro.
Like
And
like
not only that, Mike, just to harp on that, having that guy given talent that truly would have kept you there, but then being like, fuck that, I want to be the best. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
yeah.
Like that drive to want to, like a nigga like Jeremiah Smith of Ohio State, like he would have naturally been better than everybody anyway. But he worked harder than everybody too. So now it's like, nigga, even if you work as hard as you possibly could, you still ain't gonna catch up to me.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm not mad at
No,
this at all.
because
I'm
generational
really not.
talent. No, because generational talent is not something that just shoots out of a bottle every day. That generational talent is something transcendent that could go from your time to another time. It's
Exactly. Before we
like
see that shit again. And
because
I
in
gotta
our
think
because in our
even
lifetime
though
we
even though
only
it's like
we
it's easy to use the nigga because you know what I'm saying, he's really the only one we've seen do that. But when do we ever really think we're gonna see one nigga go to the like finals again 8 times in a row with 2 different teams, 4 times from each team? Like you're not gonna see and then go to a third team and then go to the finals. You know what I'm saying? Like shit like that. You're like it's like hard to even imagine seeing somebody who's that good again.
you see Earl how you say it's
I'm
Hall of
not
Fame
mad at this.
wins.
I'm
No,
just
no, no,
listening. I'm
no,
just
no. We're
listening.
not
Yeah.
we're not yelling at you. You see how you
Yeah.
say
No, I'm not
it's
mad at it.
Hall.
I'm just listening. I'm just listening.
You see
I'm just
how like
listening.
you say it's like the way I view generational talent is how you view Hall of Fame running back. It's very good running backs, and then it's really transcendent running backs.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I view transcendent once in a lifetime plays because like for instance, like you always say Kobe at one point you didn't feel he was a generational talent. He was just a guy that worked naturally hard.
Yeah, I don't think Kobe was a generational talent. I think Kobe just outworked everybody.
Exactly.
Which is fine. And there's nothing wrong with that, but that's because there was a prototype for Kobe to model his game after. There's no prototype for Steph. There's no prototype for KD. There's no prototype for Bron. I'm not, and to say Anthony up, yeah, that is kind of the weight of yeah.
And
I'm
the
not
easiest
mad
way
at
for
that.
me to like put it in comparison to like a guy who's that guy, but he ain't generational and has the same frame as LeBron, but it didn't fill out. It's like a Jason Tatum. Like Jason Tatum's that guy, but he'll never
Agreed.
be what
yeah,
LeBron is.
Nard,
yeah,
boy, you
he
cooking today, boy.
no,
What?
you definitely should because pretty soon the positionless basketball players that people thought Ben Simmons and Michael Porter going to be is going to be the prototype of what Jason Tatum is of today. That 6'8", 6'10" guy that can handle, shoot, rebound, still play defense. How the younger kids vision
Y'all
Paul
cooking.
George.
Y'all
How
cooking.
the youth vision Paul George as like a video game S type of guy is what Jason Tatum is going to transcend himself into because he's
Tatum
one of the
and Shea.
few. Yeah, Tatum and Shea because they're one of the few guys that understand basketball on both facets of the game, which is offense and defense. So pretty soon, those are going to be the prototype. And sometimes it's just good to be the prototype. Generational talent is a hard title to wear because you don't that. That's why, like, I feel like guys like Zion on them, they fall apart because one point people was pumping Blake Griffin as a once in a lifetime type of
Hey, but
guy.
I truly believe that Zion could have been and I'm not saying it's over.
Yeah,
I
had
still
he
feel like
took it
Mike, like
serious
it's
from
like
jump.
I feel like look, young.
He was
If
supposed.
he
He was
somehow lucks up and is able to just like have years where you know what I'm saying. Even Anthony Davis be out a lot, but like just years where he can just show it consistently. I still think that nigga, the way he plays the game, the way he's dominant, as athletic he is with that size, he could be a generational talent.
But here's the thing about a guy like a Zion Williamson, and this is why I say to me, you still do got to put him in the bust category. There's a certain part of your game when you're like that God will take you to, right? And then it's up to you to keep that going. I feel like
that's a fair point.
I feel like he hasn't shown that he's gotten to that point of wanting the game. Like I feel like, okay, Blake Griffin, once it was done for Blake Griffin, it was done athletically. But there was 2 seasons where Blake Griffin was a pretty good perimeter shooter, and he figured out how to score in ways other than just dunking the ball. Mm-hmm. That happened, especially those Detroit years. Those were the years that the Detroit years and the 2 years prior to that on the Clippers, where Blake Griffin played his best basketball to me. I feel like that, and it is still early for Zion, but Zion, to me, had that potential to be in that generational role, but we're going into year 6 or 7, and we still talking about him getting on the court for a full season.
Let me say this, and this is gonna be the last thing I say about it, but I have to feel like let's have a real conversation as men. You know what I'm saying? Like these basketball players are also human beings. As far as the nigga Zion was never a skinny nigga. That nigga probably likes food. He enjoys the game. He probably loves basketball more than anything. And at certain points, you know what I'm saying, him getting injured, he doesn't know he's going to get injured before that happens. So mentally, he might be at fuck it stages. You know what I'm saying? Like, I like, fuck this shit. I keep getting hurt. I might not get to that point. You know what I'm saying? Whatever the case may be, blah, 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 blah. But it's like, he has to, once he gets to that point where, like I said, if he ever gets to the point, you know what I'm saying, because now his body is going to be what it is. I mean, you can obviously continue to, and I'm as far as if he has something that's lingering, recurring, where a surgery is always messed up. You know what I'm saying? If there's nothing like that, and he gets to a point where he can just focus on the game, bro, it might mentally allow him to get to that part of loving it to where you're talking about where you need to be in order to be that type of generational talent. Because it's not about just what he does when he's on the court or when he's hurt. Like, this nigga's a robot. You know what I'm saying? This nigga got emotions and shit tied into this basketball shit too. Like, the same way we're talking about him, it's plenty of other motherfuckers on way bigger platforms that talk about this nigga all the time. That shit doesn't go unheard or unseen and shit like that. And I know that affects the way you may not be playing, but the way you prepare. How hard are you in your training? Are you listening to what niggas are saying about you as opposed to, you know what I'm saying, going to rehab or something, whatever the case may be? And I think small things like that are things that we don't take into account. When we're like, nah, this nigga can't be a generational talent. It's just like he has to get to that point where he can be. And I think that what I've seen from him, like that nigga can definitely be a generational talent.
No, I think, look, for his rookie year, the first time they played the Lakers, it was right after. It was like right after MLK
was killing
days.
Kuzma.
He was killing Dwight. He was killing Do you remember when them niggas got out the way? Soon as he got the ball, bro, he was getting out the way.
People still get out of Zion way now. People get out of Zion way now.
Yeah, no, but I'm talking about guys. Okay, people
he
do,
arrived.
But he was scary.
He was going back and forth. He was going back and forth with Bron.
You know what's so crazy about that? The Laker game wasn't even the highlight for me. It's when he played Milwaukee and he made it was like the first time.
And he made Giannis fall or some shit like that.
That was the first time. Obviously, like LeBron is like always have the upper hand against Giannis, but it was the first time I seen someone made Giannis look weaker than Giannis supposed to look like. Because we all seen Giannis came in from a very fragile dude to like a stocky dude. And Zion was moving him out the way in the sense of like this shouldn't be normal for Giannis, especially him bulking up 3 years, from 3 seasons prior to that. So
I have one issue with Zion's game. Just his game. And y'all know me, it's never going to change. I hate the fact that he is not a 10 rebound a guy. I hate
he doesn't play inside enough.
I know he doesn't. I know, I understand. But that's my only complaint about him on the court.
I think
if you ask
Jr.
me,
is way worse at rebounding than Zion.
I
feel a 1,000,000% the same way, Z. But I will say this.
I know
y'all know how I am. It's my old man on the porch. I ain't never gonna change.
I know Barkley grabbed 10 to 12 boards as a rebounder, 6'5", but
right.
we have to let those days go. We have to let that go.
It's not even just the Barkley thing. It's because, like, for me at least, Zion's so physically imposing. I feel like Zion just being there should be 6 boards a game, and then him trying for 4. Like far as like you're not getting this over him. He jumps too hard. He jumps too high. He's too explosive. He's too quick. Well, not too quick. He's too fast. You just can't do it.
Here's the part that you forget. You see what you brought up about the rebound. Zion makes up for that on the playmaking end. He's a very
underrated playmaker. Yeah.
So it's like I'm fine with him getting 7 to 8 rebounds because I know he's still going to be able to help the team when he's not scoring, which is facilitating the ball. That's one thing about his game I love since he was in high school.
He alters a lot of shots too.
Yeah. So it's like Zion do a lot of things that don't get put up in the stat book, and I know like rebounds is a big thing for power forwards and centers. I know that's where you make your money, but I feel like Zion, I could live with Zion averaging 20. Well, he averaged like 26,
25 this year.
25. Yeah,
25, 7, and 5.
I'm fine with that. You know what's so crazy about that? You take the name off of that human being, right? And put it on another player on a winning team.
They taking it.
You're taking that. You're taking that.
He's an all-star.
You're taking that, You're taking that, right?
No, I'm not. No. When Zion plays, I've never watched a Zion game, especially the game. Was it the play-in? It was the play-in last year. He had like 40 something.
It was against the.
Remember, because he got hurt.
The Thunder. It was against the Lakers.
Yeah, he got hurt at the end of the game.
He got hurt at the end of the game. That was Zion's best game I ever seen him play basketball. And I said, that's who they talk about. I have no complaint about Zion. When he's on the court, when he plays healthy and all that, anybody ask you, bro, Mike just said it earlier this year when I talked about how he looked, I said, no, this is it. But then it's like, fuck, he still missed 42 fucking games this year. And it's just like, dog, at a certain point, something got to give here. And I can't just say what if, because we don't want to say nothing bad about it. We got to go with what's going on here. What's going on is he ain't played. Now, a lot of it has been him not taking his health serious, has kept him off the court. I'm not mad at this injury because honestly, I do feel like with the type of injury he has, if this were December, he'd be playing. This is a 10, 15 game injury. At worst, it's a bone bruise. So it's not nothing crazy. But this is just, it's like once you already do a lot of fucked up shit, anything else that happens is out of control of the fucked up shit. It's like, oh, here we go again. But, I mean, Zion is still, look, he could have been the one that broke the MVP American drought. You're goddamn right he could. No question. But I think that he needs Zion needs a change of scenery. One, he needs to get into he needs a change of scenery, and he needs to get in an organization
that care about him.
Yes.
Organization makes you draft stars. Organization make you a superstar. People forget. Yeah. People forget that. You can only do so much. It one helps the other. And back to your MVP American thing. If you want an American MVP, you have one in Boston. You just don't want to give it to him.
They don't want to give it to him. They don't want to give it to him. They don't want to give it to him.
He ain't gonna see it. He ain't gonna smell
He
it. He
is.
ain't gonna.
I think Jason Tatum is
He
the
should
best.
be a two-time. He should be a two-time MVP.
I think he's the
If
best
we go,
American player in the world.
no. If we're going based on the traditional way of voting MVPs, best player, best team,
yeah, no question.
because he has the numbers. It's not like he's averaging 18 and he's on a 60-win team. He's averaging 26.
It's
He's
just these
20.
unicorns from overseas came over, and now what used to be generational numbers look like, oh, he ain't making out the second round numbers. Like, think of the conversations in basketball, right, that are happening around Giannis because the Bucks are not winning. Look at what Giannis is doing as a player. And because people feel a way about Giannis, look at the conversations that are happening. Or even it really reminds me of on a less efficient note, but it reminds me of Russell Westbrook. We really took what Russell Westbrook did for granted. You are not seeing that. You're not.
No, you're right. I'm not disputing that. But if you want the MVP, right, it's like we can't hold the glory days of basketball to a standard, and then when it's time to actually honor the glory days, you're hindering this man because he's not playing in that many third quarter games.
Bingo.
But when Steph Curry won unanimously, he only played like 20% of his fourth quarter games.
Come on,
so
man.
What is the argument? It's like, I get it. I hate the Celtics. I grew up in a household that did not like the Celtics. I'm not going to take that away. But we have to be fair. The man numbers has been MVP-like numbers for the last 3 seasons, and it's just been a gloss over because his team wins so high. It's not his fault. His team is good, and he's the reason why his team is winning. I understand if he wasn't playing up to MVP standard, but he has been playing up to.
Why do you think Jason Tatum's hasn't gotten an MVP yet, Mike?
Because,
he ain't gonna win. I don't think he ever win in Boston.
yeah, he'll never win in Boston. The last MVP in Boston was in 1986.
Yeah.
I think.
Just think about that.
They haven't had an MVP level player since 1986, though. So,
I mean,
I think.
No.
I think honestly, far as the MVP goes, they have moved the goalpost so much to the criteria every year, and it's not even to the point where something attainable. It's what are you doing? Let's find something else that you're not doing, so that can be the goalpost. Because Shea is playing just as good as he did last year. This year,
should have won it last year.
Should have won it last year.
Him or
But last year they took as a we got to get right what we messed up the year before, and Embiid not winning it, so they had to give it back to. And let me not say give because Joker did earn every bit of every MVP he's had.
I'm not taking anything away from Joker.
Yeah, no. But even Embiid, I felt like Embiid was definitely a league MVP. I mean, averaging what 33, 34 a game.
Yep.
Yes.
So stats are the third criteria as far as the hierarchy goes in MVP voting.
Mm-hmm.
Number one is the narrative, bro. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
Of course, they pushing Shea, rightfully so.
He deserves it.
He's the best. He's the best player on the best team in the NBA. They're not going to give it to anybody who's not at least third. You know what I mean? So that's how it goes, bro. Stats are like the third thing. The second thing will probably be I forgot where I was going with this here. But anyway, it never been about the stats, because if it was about the stats, then Russ will have more. Giannis will have more. Joker will win it every year right now. You know what I'm saying?
Bron would have had 8 or 9.
Exactly. Derrick Rose wouldn't have one. But when you look at the totality of that year,
Chris Paul would have had an MVP.
Does Chicago even make the playoffs without Derrick Rose on their roster?
Brother, he played next to Keith fucking Bogans.
You feel me?
His starting 2. And they won 66 games. If anybody got MVP over him.
Right.
God bless.
Yeah,
so warranted. As much as we hate the Steve Nash back-to-backs.
I don't hate that. I don't hate it anymore.
Exactly.
I've grown up.
Exactly.
I
I've
explained it
grown
to
up.
him.
Yeah,
Exactly.
I
So
have grown
y'all,
up.
so you get
I
where
have.
so you
And
get
Mike,
where I was
you
finna
know
go with
me.
that.
I've always was the 06 Kobe should have won it. Let me be very clear.
Nah,
Let
Nash
me be
deserved
very
that
clear. Nash was the league MVP, and I'm sorry to all the Kobe fanatics out there. 2006 is not the year to die on.
Yeah, it's not the year. Like,
not.
if you really think,
I'm with you.
No, I'm with people too. But if I always tell people, just think about this, right? Kobe averaged 36. He was a fifth seed. Kobe took 12 more shots than Steve Nash. Steve Nash won 20 more games than Kobe, taking 12 less shots.
And don't forget the 06 one specifically, bro. What's underrated and why I give it to him in retrospect.
50, 40, 90.
Nash that year, he shot 54 90. 50, 40, 90. Nash that year, the year before he got to the because he won it the first year he got to Phoenix. Nash that year that he got there, I think the Spurs won like 21 games. They were 21-61 with Stephon Marbury and
the Suns,
guys, right?
Yeah, the Suns.
Okay.
Yeah, the Suns.
Nash that year gets there. They win 62, 61, 62 games.
They went from 10. They went from 11 to first. Same
He
thing with
lost. He lost Amari Stoudemire to microfracture surgery that offseason.
Yep.
Mhm.
They won 2 less games that year, and all of his stats up. He took Sean Marion up to 21 a game, and they still maintain the number 1 seed in the West.
Don't forget, he also elevated Boris Diaw to be.
And he elevated Boris D as well. And that offseason, mind you, they also lost Joe Johnson, who became an all-star in 05-06. He was the league MVP, and I'm sorry. It is the only person that was in contention was LeBron. I'm sorry, Kobe fans.
And even
I'm
then,
a Kobe fanatic, bro. But
and
hell
even then, Bron wasn't going to win it either.
And but no. Bron wasn't winning anything. No, but
and Bron
I'm sorry,
31.
Kobe fans. It took me until I got into my 30s to finally say, Earl, you know you're wrong.
They're never going to give Bron his 5th MVP. Everybody knows that.
No, it's over now. There's never going to be a 40-year-old MVP. It's done. It's never going to be a 40-year-old MVP.
The year Bron was supposed to win MVP was the year
2018.
No, that too. But his last MVP should have been the season where Rudy Gobert took away fans from the game and then set the league.
2019 when he beat the Clippers and the Bucks in that same weekend, Bron was up into second place in MVP voting, and that shit was over.
He led the league in assists.
Led the league in assists. Like, stop playing, bro.
He did.
Whew.
First time he averaged 10 assists too.
I mean, but I just want to say my American MVP. We're gonna get an American MVP pretty soon again. Some of them are in college. Some of them are getting better. Injuries is a part of basketball. Is a reason why people come back and become better. So we just gotta be patient with the product.
Our last American MVP was James Harden in 2018.
Yes, that's cool. Things happen, bro. Things happen all the time. We're gonna be fine. Like, let this happen. This is a lesson to the league. We have to appreciate our American product, which is an American-based game.
It is.
Oh man. Yeah. Well, this has been spirited. We hadn't even talked about baseball. This was fun.
And we also didn't talk about the Stephen A. LeBron thing, but
I don't want to talk about it.
I didn't have nothing to say about it.
I don't have I know.
I just want to say Stephen A's going outside for saying he would have swung on that dude. All he would have did was say help police.
No, my only gripe about it is like you didn't have to bring a Kobe Bryant or in the conversation. You could have.
No, he did not.
You could have said whatever. You could have your gripes or whatever with LeBron. Like you have the right to feel that. But don't. One thing my father ever said: if you have problems with someone, don't bring other people into your problems with the person you have problems with. And that was unnecessary and uncalled for. But I don't want to talk about that. It is what it is. Stephen A. is $100 million man. I'm not $100 million man. Not yet.
Yeah.
We finna talk some baseball or nah?
Yeah. Outside of the bets.
I have nothing to say about this baseball thing because like it just
the Yankees raggedy ass bats.
Oh my God! Everyone has the bat. Stop
Everybody has
grinning.
that
He
bat.
has the bat. Everybody has the bat. Everyone has the bat. Like. All right. Let's be real. Let's be real. Right?
Except for
Everybody has
Aaron Judge.
access to them.
Wait. Hold on.
Hold on. Hold on.
Winston, this is crazy. I know who you're talking about.
Oh, he might get it. He might get it.
Oh,
He's gonna get it. If he's getting better as the years get.
We're
No,
talking
that
about
is
he's,
fun.
the
Yes,
Minnesota.
yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
he's gonna get. He's gonna get it. He's gonna get
Paisley
one.
Park.
He's gonna get one. But all
The
right.
Minnesota Menace.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he drives them to the clinic, but they don't go in.
All right.
Oh
Cool.
my God.
Hey.
Dell. My thing about the bats,
What?
right?
That boy said, "Can I pay one large lump sum?"
All right, hey, man. Hey,
Which
man.
is a genius idea, by the way, too.
Yeah, hey.
Yes.
I'm not saying anything because I am not a father, so I don't know the feeling of doing.
I will say this: she's getting more once he re-signed that new.
And no, she's
That-
not.
that-
And
that-
not if the
No,
judge doesn't
Nah, not if
that
not
was
if he get that one-time settlement right now.
yeah. That's why he's doing that settlement because he's getting
She-
3 more contract. He's getting 3 more
at
contracts.
least 3 more max, 3 more maxes.
All right, Dell. My issue with people talking about the bats, right? This bat has been league regulated since spring training, right? And I know I know like a lot of people have been playing awful in spring training. Everyone across the boards. And I know it looked funny the first game they played. My Yankees played the Brewers, and the person that we're facing is someone that used to play us, right? If you face someone that you knew for 8 years, and you don't think you're gonna scout someone that you was once on your team, like even when they were on your team, you think you're not gonna realize like this person threw 92 his whole entire career, and you think we're just gonna let you throw 92 and strike us out, like we didn't see you threw 92 to Freddie Freeman, and he walked off on you, like even if like the torpedo bat wasn't a thing, it's only 2 people on the roster that use the torpedo bat, which is the insane part that people are not bringing up because the only 2 people that use the torpedo bats are Anthony Volpe, and Josh Chisholm. They're the only 2 people that use it. Everybody else use their regular bat.
Outside of Aaron
Now,
George, they're the only ones hitting home runs. Shit.
no. Austin Wells hit home run. Jason
Shit.
Dominguez hit home run. Don't do that. Come on.
Nigga Jazz was never a fucking home run hitter. This nigga got
No,
4
it
in
was
2
not.
games.
And I also want him out of the fucking out, or I want him in the outfield because let me tell you something. He stinks on second base. Good Lord, he cannot play second base in that park to save his life.
It comes with time, right? It comes with time.
I know, but for now, figure it out because
figure it out. I'd rather you play this awful as a fielder early in the season than when we get to fucking September, you don't know how to do your job.
Well, I think just for him, he's playing in American League ballparks versus National League ballparks. He was a good he was phenomenal.
He's better at the third base. I don't know why they moved him to second.
I don't know. I really don't either. I've wondered that since I saw the spring training lineup. I don't know.
But my thing is, right, Ellie De La Cruz used a torpedo bat last night. He went 4 for 6, 2 home runs, 8 RBIs. Not a motherfucking word was said.
Yeah, nigga, because y'all a fucking scumbag ass goddamn organization. You know that.
Oh, whoa! The language.
So now we want to. So now we want to. So now we want to.
What do you mean,
bro? Everybody know, bro. The Yankees are some shit, bro. Y'all, the Yankee organization are pieces of shit, bro, and that's always been a thing, bro.
I explain. What do you mean?
That's always been a thing, bro.
What do you mean?
Going back to the Griffeys, nigga. Going back to even before then, nigga.
Niggas bringing in personal beef. What?
It ain't no personal beef, bro. Y'all niggas just above everybody, bro. Y'all know that.
You said we were above everybody?
Y'all are above everybody still to this day.
Yeah, I know.
So,
what's wrong with being above niggas?
You hear yourself? You hear yourself?
I know. What's
you
the
hear
problem?
yourself? You hear yourself?
What's
y'all got it.
Mike.
Wait. What's wrong being above everybody?
Y'all got it.
Somebody has to be above everybody.
Mike. But what is your issue if I did something that is league regulated?
Bro,
Because
so listen. Hear me out.
Okay.
Initially, I had a problem with the torpedo bat, bro, because my only thing with it, it's not even about the Yankees, bro. It's more so about the game itself. You know what I'm saying? So now you have a sweet part. Like there's if you know baseball, bro, you know there's a sweet part of the bat. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
So now the sweet part is getting even bigger. So my issue is more so, it's not with the Yankees. My issue is more so like just the game itself. Like, damn, I hate that. That's what it's coming down to, because like, nigga, if we doing this here, we switching shit up, nigga. Why can we switch it up years ago? And then I feel like if this is the thing, granted, everybody has the opportunity to get the same bats, this, that, and the third, but I feel like it kind of waters down the sport.
Let me ask you
which
this.
I'm not a fan of.
I want to point this comment out. If pitchers can manipulate the ball with raising spider tack, baseball store, wherever, what's the issue with batters adjusting the pitches?
The pitchers can do what?
Can adjust balls in ways that they can. Spider tack, raising. I'm just reading the comment, so I just want to know your thoughts on.
Talk to them now. Talk to them now.
What do you say to pitchers having had advantages for 150 years?
Yep.
Versus.
And then throwing the ball at me when I smack that shit out the park.
I'm saying, bro, getting a larger part of the bat, bro, so it get the sweet spot, bro. That's crazy to me. Like I said, it's part of the game. The game is changing, so that's why I really don't have an issue with it any longer now. You feel me? When you think about it, like, initially, I didn't like this shit, but now that I know that it's not just the Yankees, it's me. I was trolling when I said that shit at the beginning, because I'm not a Yankees fan. But
I just want to know what's wrong being on top.
The fact that, hey man, I would say, boy, ask your woman. Hey,
I like being on top. You know what I'm saying? Hey, listen, we do ab work to be on top, baby. I like being on top. That's ab work, back work, baby.
Nah, bro. I think it kind of waters down the league just a little bit, bro. Like,
no. Mike,
which I understand. Right. I feel like this. Oh, my fault, Brandon. To cut you off, but my last point. I feel like everything right now is for shock value, and everything is for entertainment. So the thing with baseball has been with baseball consistently for years is that how boring it is, which is why they're trying to speed up the game. You know what I'm saying? So I think with this here, bro, with these bats, you're gonna get more balls in play. You may get more home runs. I think you're definitely going to get more base hits for sure. And you're going to get more scoring. And now that is going to entice more fans, which brings in what? More dollars.
100%. Yeah. And look, I do hear you. Everything that you said is not from a.
You're speaking from a logical.
You're speaking to somebody and let me give a background. Mike played the game. So.
Yeah, I would never argue. I could tell.
This perspective comes from somebody who played the game. So I get it.
Don't give me too much now. Don't you making it seem like I was one of them now? I wasn't.
No. I'm just saying, but you played the game.
I was all right.
You played the game. Yeah,
I never played the game. I just
you played the game. So I understand if it's something that you know that's going on the field. Having played the game, but it is just a little different. It's a little different. So I can understand why you feel that way. My thing is, okay, we had issues of the pitch clock a couple of years ago. And then people got used to it. And I think people get used to this as well. But I do think that when you change when you change the bat and make it a more, not a more hittable bat, but I guess a more hittable bat, it does do something for the entertainment of the game. Because there's a lot of people who casually, like you said, are just not interested in watching baseball because they think it's a 1-0 game and they're sitting out in the sun all day. This is more exciting. And hell, we saw just on social media, people talking about the top just from the Yankees scoring 20 points in one game, which, by the way, I love that we did do that. But here's my issue with that game. They still scored 9 runs against us. 9 runs in about 8 out of 10 games, you won't lose. So our defense is definitely something that I have an issue with.
That was the first game of the season.
The first game of the season. Yeah.
I'm not
Even the
harping
way
on
we
that.
lost, even the way we
I
lost
don't put
tonight.
too much stock into that.
Yeah, even the
Yeah,
way we
but you
lost
gotta
tonight
realize
against
also
against the
the
Diamondbacks.
Diamondbacks.
Yeah,
You gotta
yeah, off a
realize
grand slam, it sucks.
you gotta realize with that also with the like the scoring of baseball, it's like the Yankees can run the score up on that team, but the baseball still have these unwritten rules that like you have to make the game feel like it's fair. Which I feel like like I said about college basketball, baseball is the same thing. Where it's like they hold on to a tradition and not try to carry like newer tradition into things.
Or
Where
change
like
anything.
yeah,
Yeah,
like
100%. Yeah,
it's like even to this day, like for instance, I remember like 2-3 years ago from like it was the year before Tatis got suspended. And this is off topic, but I just hate a lot of things about baseball where like the product could be so well and it could be covered much better if they let go of some of these stupid ass traditions. And not saying Mike hit the nail on the coffin with everything what baseball should fix. But the tradition is what really bothers me about this sport because it's already hard to hit the baseball. We all know. We could go to a batting cage right now. I'm probably not hitting shit. I'll be real with you. So I saw Fernando Tatis. He was playing in Houston. They're like they were like the most hated team at one point. He hit a home run to go up in the top of the seventh inning. That's like crunch time in baseball. They were mad that he was trouting to the fucking home plate. His next at bat, the motherfucker throws a ball at his head, trying to take his head off. What's the purpose of like this sport? Like, it's the reason why people don't watch it because it's like these stupid ass rules or these hidden rules
because they don't want personality in the game.
Yes,
Yeah.
That's why.
Baseball been like that for a while, which is ass.
It's been around our whole life. But the thing about it, right? The fucking commissioner said like 2 years ago he want the viewership to go up. If you want viewership to go up, you got to let people be who they are. Like you have to let these persons. It's the reason why the NBA still get watched as much as people trash it because we have stars. We have people that have personality. You keep having this shit. I get it. The sport has been around since 1903. MLB has been here since 1903, and it's not going nowhere. It's the oldest sport in America, I believe.
It ain't been around since the 1880s.
No,
yeah.
it's been around 18. I'm talking about MLB, the league.
Major League Baseball has been around since 1903.
1903. It's
It was
been around
100
since
season.
yeah. So it's a lot. It's a lot of things that like need to be changed with baseball. And I know every year stuff in sports get reinvented. And like the bats is one thing. It's gonna be more things. It's gonna be a new pitching style comes out pretty soon where guys are gonna have the upper hand, and that's what make the sport fresh and new. Yes, I understand if the Yankees was the only team using the bat. As a big Yankees like fan, I would probably be like, this is outrageous that we're the only person that's using it. But to see other people have access to it and people having career games, not Mike compared to see other people complaining now, like that dude from Barstool, like, oh, we need to get this banned. That's the problem with what is wrong with this league because people can't accept change. Like you should be happy that home runs is what draw fans. What season people always talk about baseball? 1998. Yeah, that's what draws it. Yeah, people love that season because people were hitting home runs, not just one.
And also, steroids doesn't make you a better baseball player.
Yeah, like
it does not.
That back could look.
It helps you recover quicker.
Steroids does not make you a better baseball player.
It doesn't.
And there's been refusal that it even helps you hit the ball harder. It really doesn't. Like Lloyd Dell said, is actually medically correct. It really just helps you be free of injury, or recover from injuries a lot quicker. That's the real advantage that it gives you over that. Because even if you were to hit the ball, one, it's not a guarantee that it's going out of the park. Two, it's not guaranteed to help your skill. It's just strictly power. And the thing about power is, sure, it could go out the park, but you also got a higher chance of it being a foul ball too. Because if you don't time that motherfucker exactly right, you're going to tip the hell out of that pitch. That just is what it is. So steroids, man, I mean, I get it, but that wasn't some super whatever. What's up?
Yo, Val Kilmer passed away.
Oh wow, man.
Damn.
I'm sorry. I'm
Damn.
RP. RP Batman.
RP to Val Kilmer. Um,
Batman Forever.
damn.
Even
But
though he wasn't in that.
He was in Batman Forever.
Oh, he was? Oh, my fault.
yes, that was Yes, that was Batman Forever. Yeah, man. But yeah, man. I mean, baseball overall, I'm happy to see it back. Opening day was a great, successful opening day.
Yeah,
I
man.
think the Braves are playing the Dodgers right now. If
The
not,
No,
they
you
Braves
talking
need-
about us right now.
Yeah. Yo. Oh, you're a Braves fan? Yo,
Die
Mike.
hard.
No,
Yeah.
I respect that.
Yeah.
But
The Yankees,
y'all-
we got our first loss
Hey,
tonight.
don't worry,
Yeah.
man. Our bats will
Y'all-
be in a couple days.
Yeah. It's not even about y'all bats. I like the illegal business y'all do with all them players on that team you got. How you keep that group together. I like that. I like when people keep their group together at a low rate and still find success. I like that.
Hey,
I like.
salute.
Hey,
I like
man.
that.
We pay
Nah,
them. We pay them while they're in the Cactus League and shit.
I like that.
Hey,
Bro, put it
while,
like this.
while they're in the Farm League, that's when we pay them, bro.
Hey,
You feel me?
hey,
We give them way
hey.
more money than they should get when they're in Single A and Triple A.
Thank you.
Hey,
Thank you.
Thank you.
That's a smart business mind state. Because put it like this, you can still get a big super duper star to pair with those people, those great players with
For
that
sure.
baby kind of.
I only
So,
got
like,
one complaint against the Braves. Actually, no, I don't. But
I know.
that whole situation with Freeman, while it was 3 years ago, is still, man. Freeman should be a fucking Brave.
No, that's on Freddie though, bro.
No, that's on Freddie. He wanted to go home.
That's
He
on
made it clear.
Freddie.
He made it clear. The Yankees offered him more money, and he still turned the Yankees into Braves. He wanted to go home.
Well,
I'm not stopping no man. I'm not stopping no man from going home.
Yeah,
Go home.
Chipper Jones had said it to him the year before though, bro. He was like, hey, the Braves got an offer on the table for you. Do. He was saying if you want to be a Brave, go ahead and sign it. This, that, and the third. He was like, because you hit free agency, it's kind of like being that fresh new kid in high school where all the girls none of the girls know you, but they all want you. He like, so everybody's gonna be throwing themselves at you. So, and that's what happened, bro. I mean, like you said, Freddie's from the West Coast, so he did want to go back home. So
it made sense too, because it's like he could to the city of Atlanta, like he don't owe them anything.
he got a ring.
I understand if he left on bad terms, like he didn't do anything, like it was just like another Brave season. They fell apart like that, but like he left in good grace, and like he's gonna be, to me, he will forever be known as a Brave to me. Like
For sure.
what he used to do, what
he made his bones.
For what he did to the Mets and the Phillies, I could never ignore what he did to the Mets and the Phillies. So it's like,
It's a fact.
so like
I would never forget his first home run, bro.
Just a real quick football question before we get up out of here, y'all. Mike, currently your quarterback makes the most money a year, $60 million a year.
Who was that? Oh, Dakota Rain.
Dakota Rain. What should the 49ers give Brock Purdy per year? Now, I know it's whatever you can negotiate, but realistically, you're in a position to sign Brock Purdy. You're giving him what a year?
You would hope that he'll settle for 30. You would hope that.
Okay.
Yeah, you'll hope they settle for 30 a year.
I think they'll probably bargain with him like, yo, you didn't really live up to the standard of this team. So it's either you take this or you leave next year. I don't think that, because.
So let me read this off real quick. Dak Prescott is getting.
He's at their mercy. I mean, Dak got the stats to get that bread. I know, like, people hold championships to the level of like,
bro. Dak earned every dollar that he got, bro.
You gotta realize, right?
Josh Allen's at 55.
Well deserved.
Joe Burrow's at 55.
Deserved.
Trevor Lawrence is at 55.
I'm sorry.
Jordan Love is at 55.
Well,
Tua Tagovailoa is at 53. I
I don't
think
know.
anything less than 50 is an insult to Brock Purdy.
Yeah, he played
Now,
in the
not because of the top hat. I ain't talking, but I'm talking about once we get to the T-Laws, Jordan Loves, Tuas, anything less than 50 is an insult.
No, you're right. You're right.
Yeah.
Jordan Love won a playoff game. He was a Pro Bowl, I believe, or whatnot.
Yeah,
But
once you go to hearing the contracts, that's why I said like I ain't got it in front of me, bro. So I didn't quite know the numbers. That's why I'm saying you're hoping he's set for 30, but that's a slap in his face, bro. Especially when you look at the market. I mean, the market warrants at least 45, and I think he'll take 45.
Yeah. Now, mind you, they got rid of a lot of players. Shit, they got rid of Dre Greenlaw. They
You got
got
to,
rid
bro.
of to
You
pay
got
him.
to.
So yeah,
That's why, bro. That's why their Super Bowl window was those 3 years or so because you had a rookie quarterback, bro. Once you ain't got to pay a quarterback, nigga, you golden, bro. Especially if your team is that good. But hey, reality has set in, boy.
I just look at it like this.
The hell, Mo laughing at?
no, it's just contracts is just funny this time because it's like I know like. And I don't want to talk about Dak because I'm a big Dak
No,
fan.
two is really what I'm looking at.
It's just like people just shit on Dak because he plays for the Cowboys and the Cowboys.
If he played for anyone else, bro,
Say it again, bro.
Because like put it like this, Dak is the Cowboys' all-time leader in passing yards and I think in touchdowns. I believe I might be wrong. I know he's all-time leader in one of those statistical categories, and people get paid because of what they output, what they do with their position. He did his job, and the sport is a two-sided sport. I know the quarterback gets all the blame when you don't win, but when it comes down to getting paid, you can legitimately say the man come to work, he do his job, he do it to the best of his ability,
and he about to re-up again.
Yeah, so it's like if Dak was on the Cleveland Browns with these numbers, the conversation would be totally different. He would be in more MVP talk because he's not on the Cowboys. The Cowboys' expectation since we were kids is to win championships. It's nothing else. And I think that is the harsh reality of Dak because if Dak was on the Eagles or the Commanders, the conversation with Dak would be totally that Dak Prescott is an amazing quarterback. He's a top 5 quarterback.
Oh shit! I wish that he was our quarterback.
So it's
wish.
I just hate with the way how the media treats Cowboys quarterbacks.
Yeah, I wish Dak Prescott was our quarterback. I truly wish.
And like I feel like the grace that people give Tua, who hasn't did anything, I don't feel like they haven't given the same grace to Dak, and I feel like Tua has done more. Sam Darnold has did more as a starter than Tua, and people don't. And people
Everybody's done more.
Come on, man.
Yes, but look. Tua has been in the perfect situation since his rookie year to have success as a quarterback. You can Sam Darnold. I can't put his Jets here in the conversation because he came to a shit team in a shit organization, and he was only like 21, 22 years old. He should have.
And you know what? Since you say that, Mo, I'm gonna be real, bro. I'm about one more year.
No, I'm
having not Tua. I'm about one more year off of really having a real conversation about Herbo because motherfuckers look the other way when it comes to getting the job done when it comes to Herbo versus they're so critical of a lot of other quarterbacks and Justin Herbert just slide right under the radar.
That conversation is never going to happen. You know why? He played for the University of Oregon. No, he played for the University of Oregon, and people love Oregon quarterbacks. You're never gonna shit on an Oregon quarterback. You're never.
True.
Shit, they shitted on Derek Carr, not Derek Carr, David Carr.
David Carr shitted on Marcus Mariota.
Old boy Marcus that went
Mariota.
to whatchamacallit?
Yeah, no, David Carr shitted on David Carr. Derek Carr went to Fresno State. I'm saying
David Carr, his brother.
David Carr. He went to Oregon.
His big brother.
Yeah. Oh yeah, but he also played for the Texans, and they didn't have any point of direction.
First pick in they franchise
In
history.
their franchise
Yeah.
history. So no.
So it's like he regardless, he was meant to be the savior and he wasn't. But
I don't know, man. Anything, like I said, anything under 50 million is an insult to Brock Purdy. Just strictly
yeah,
off of
he played
where
in the
we
Super
at.
Bowl. And
Yeah,
he's a Pro
yeah,
Bowler.
exactly.
He went
And was
toe to
like,
toe with Mahomes.
Yeah.
you got to pay him fair. You have to.
Yeah.
And look, I believe he's a really good quarterback. I think people are trying to find reasons why he's not. I think he is a really good quarterback. And I think until you have a bad quarterback, you don't know how bad a bad quarterback is.
Quarterback
Trust me,
Boy.
motherfucker. Let me
Say
tell you
that
something.
shit.
I may have to start Mason Rudolph this year as my quarterback if we don't sign a 51-year-old geriatric quarterback named Aaron Rodgers.
Go trade for Cooper Rush.
Cooper Rush already signed.
Oh.
He just signed with the Ravens.
You know what I really hope happens? I hope that this conversation around Shador gets louder and louder, and he just keeps sliding and sliding and sliding till the Pittsburgh pick. Come on,
21.
Shador. Come on, Shador.
I don't think gonna slide to 21, my boy.
Come on, Shador. Come on.
He slotted. He's
Come
going to Dell team. He's
Come
definitely going to Dell team.
Come on, Shador. Come on. He's done miracles on me.
Brock Bowers and Shador. Brock Bowers and Shador. That's definitely going to be a good tandem.
It is. I just don't know that that's going to happen because I really think that they stuck on Geno being their quarterback for the next 4 years.
The Raiders?
Mm-hmm. I do. I think when you sign a coach and then he trades for his last quarterback, I think he genuinely wants that to work.
Hey man, when I could get rid of a quarterback and not have to pay a little nigga that's rich for 5 years.
No. Facts. I don't know. I don't think that they traded for Geno to him to be a mentor to Shador.
Man, this Geno 14th year?
Yeah. He's a Pro Bowler year before this.
Yeah, that's cool. I got a 21-year-old, 22-year-old.
Hey, we got a close game as we close out. The Nuggets are down 2 points to the Timberwolves, but
they can never beat these niggas.
Never. Yeah, man. Well, shoot. Listeners, we appreciate y'all tapping in. Thanks. Always good to talk to the guys and shit. Till next week. We out.
Peace.
Peace.